Hello, hello. Welcome to Low Budget Gaming. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Yeah, once again, I've kept the latency to low. Make sure we don't have too much of a gap saying something. Chat, typing something. Yes, audible. Can hear you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me know. Saunders AEP. I'll say thank you. No worries. What's this about? Basically, we are getting a bunch of trailers and gameplay and interviews and stuff for games that are coming out. So let me switch the. So here is the article. PC Gamer. More than 50 games and a few surprises. 2 hours. Oh wow, this is long. Yeah. So these are all the people that will be joining us today in this thing. It's a good thing that they've already mentioned. It makes our life easy. Say hi to everyone. Jimmy Martin, Muad'Dib, welcome. Pranav, Rutart, Ajay, of course. Stefan is fine. Muntahin, hello, 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 welcome. So we have all these guys here. 2K games. So we'll be getting some, hopefully, some gameplay from Mafia Definitive Edition. Sky Tracker, hello, hello, Rohan. Ghost Runner, yeah, Ghost Runner was good. I played the demo, really liked it. Jawahar, hello, hello. So Amazon games, so probably they'll be talking about Crucible, and there's the MMO that they were making. So something about that maybe. All in games, I don't know what all in games make. Atlas, they are the people behind Persona games, right? Or is it? Okay, so this has gone live on Twitch. Show starts in 30 minutes. Why are they late? Oh, come on. I thought it was like 11:30. This will be like 40 past. Anyway, Twitch or YouTube, which is better for watching? Uh, I guess we'll keep Twitch. Okay. Half-Life 3 confirmed. Yeah, right. Confirmed. Let's just skip to Half-Life 4. That's the chat there. Alright, so we'll just keep this muted in the background. So we'll just go over this again. Yeah, 29 minutes basically. Hoping it would be like on the dot, but they like to keep us waiting, I guess. Battle State games, so Escape from Tarkov, Sergeant Simulator, Brace Yourself games, I have no idea. Coffee Stain, I think Coffee Stain does Satisfactory and that dwarf game that I Galactic something. Deep Rock Galactic. Don't know, they are the ones behind Detroit and those games, right? Funcom, I don't know what Funcom makes these days. Mutant Year Zero is a thing, a Funcom game. FJRD, no idea who they are. Frontier Developments, heard the name but I don't remember what games they've made. Glumberland, Ublers, oh yeah, so these are the guys, they're like a husband and wife team or something. Humble Games, of course, they have some games as well. Nacon, don't they make controllers? Huh. New Blood Interactive, Merge Games, again I've heard the name Merge Games, don't remember much. What are you thinking about Mafia 1? I would like to get Mafia 1. YouTube high quality, but Twitch is usually faster. Yeah, we watched the PlayStation event on Twitch, so we'll keep it at Twitch. Will you play Apex after stream? Yeah, we'll see. It depends when the stream is, because this is going to be a longer stream, so I think it'll be too late probably. Also, I haven't been playing much Apex lately. It's just been a struggle. I did get a win today, but it's just not been fun. I played Mafia 3 but not 1 and 2. 2 is good, 1 is great. I did not like 3, I played only a little bit. Do you think Last of Us 2 will come on PC? If 1 didn't come, then I don't expect 2 to come either. I bet they'll remake the Half-Life games before they... could be. Coffee Stain made Goat Simulator. Ah, okay, so they did make Goat Simulator. Have you played Escape from Tarkov? No, no, I haven't. It looks too serious and too sort of, how can I say it? It looks like, it doesn't look like a game for casuals, basically. So, and also it's quite expensive. If they were to drop it on Steam and make it, I don't know, regional, they put a good regional price on it, maybe then I might consider it. But I've seen some gameplay, I've seen some videos like trying to understand what the game is about, and if I'm honest, even after watching the video, I come out more confused. So, no idea. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition isn't worth, original was cheap. Okay. Dino Audio. Hello, hello. Dino Audio. Pretty sure they were talking about the new Outlast Trials. Outlast Trials. New game? I told you coffee. Yeah. I did not know about that one. So it seems quite a different game, like Goat Simulator on the one hand and then Satisfactory. Seem like two completely different games. Are you going to do a giveaway? No plans at the moment, no. I'm desperately needed a gaming mouse and my budget is 2000. Any suggestions? If you really want a good one, the Logitech G402 is usually around 2000. It's a wired mouse. I am using the G304. I think I told you the other day as well, wireless one. It's a little more expensive. It's about 3000. You might get it a little cheaper on sale. Like I've seen it for like 26, 2700. But that is about it. Try to find something that's comfortable in your hand. Because I have the G304, it's quite light, it's okay, but I want it to be slightly bigger, something slightly bigger, but I do want a wireless mouse. That's the problem. Like once you play wireless mouse, it's very difficult to go back to the wired mouse. Hello Steven, hello, welcome. What is the gaming show about? It's basically more games, upcoming games, trailers, interviews, stuff like that. More reveals basically. So all these people will be here. There'll be some more mystery stuff as well. It's just Diablo 3 in Minecraft. Will you stream EA Play? When is it? Last year, if you remember, I don't know if you were here with me, but last year's EA Play was boring as hell. There's like 5 games that they stretched it out to like 3 hours. I was just bored out of my mind. So if they are going to do something similar, then probably not. Do you remember? I don't know if you were here last year when we did the EA thing. So boring. Preetak, welcome. Wow, amazing. Are you from India? And my second question is, what are your personal configuration specs? PC specs, you mean? Yeah, I'm from India, and my specs are Ryzen 5 1600, Radeon RX 570 graphics card, and 16 GB RAM. G6 402 versus 102, because 402 is older than 102. Older, newer doesn't matter. I mean, 402 is a better mouse. 102 is exactly the same shape and size as the 304 that I'm using. So, but it's wired, that's the only difference. And a lot of people have the double click issues. I did have that one before this one. I used it for a few months. I did not have any issues. So for me, it wasn't a problem, but a lot of people have that issue. So keep that in mind. Look at that. Ajay is just saying big no to 102 because it has the double click issue. Have you pre-ordered Cyberpunk yet? No. I'm waiting to see the system requirements because I'm afraid my PC might not be able to run it. So yeah, if it's too demanding, then I will probably not pre-order it. If it's alright, then I'll go for it. And I'm also trying to save up some money and get a new graphics card, but you know, money's tight these days. With everything locked down, not exactly helping. Which keyboard are you using? I'm using a GK61. It's a small 60% keyboard. It has some serious double click issue. What is this stream about? This is about the PC gaming show, which is going to start in 20 minutes, and we'll be getting gameplay trailers, interviews for new games that are coming out later in the year and maybe next year. Frontier, the dev is Elite Dangerous. Oh, okay, those guys. Yeah, I'd heard the name, but I couldn't remember what games. PS5 or Xbox X, we don't have enough information like as far as games. I mean, we got some games for PlayStation, but still not convinced enough to consider one of those. Why PC doesn't have its exclusives like PS4? PC has the most exclusives. PS5. Okay. Maybe we'll see the final trailer for Cyberpunk. Maybe. RTS Games. Hello guys and welcome. You are not really a low budget gamer with those specs. So what do you call those? Those are entry level mid-range specs. I can't even get like 100 FPS in like Apex or something. I'm still running GeForce 970 and still haven't seen a reason to upgrade it. Yeah, 970 is pretty much the RX 570 in terms of performance. They're very identical. So, and 970 wasn't expensive. Let me see if my AC. Thank you, brother, for all the information shared. Good job, Vishu. Thank you, Shantaram. Thank you. Steel Series Rival 105. I haven't used those, so hard to say. Oh, look at that Witcher 1 trailer in the background. Intro movie, the Striga fight. If it's too demanding, we get a PS5. Yeah, that was what I was thinking as well. Like, if the new graphics cards from AMD and Nvidia turn out to be too expensive and I can't get them easily, then I might consider PlayStation 5 and just play Apex on it all day. I'm using G502. The scroll wheel has turned black due to rust. Good mouse. Yeah, for FPS games, you would like to get something lighter ideally, but it's not necessary. Whatever is comfortable for you. I've tried a lot of mice recently and I've come to the conclusion that light is good, wireless is great. Having a comfortable shape, I would say, is more important than probably weight. What's better, a laptop setup or desktop? If you're gaming at home, then of course desktop would be better. But if you're somebody who moves around, who's a student, doesn't have a lot of space, then yeah, laptop will make sense. Is GTX 1050 still good, or should I just buy an RX 570? No, 1050 Ti is decent. RX 570 is not a big enough upgrade for you to spend more money. If you are going to buy something, get at least 2060 RX 5600, those cards. Don't buy anything from the previous gens, in my opinion. My G700S started to have double click issue after 3 years, so I got a G604, so I have something to use when I send it. Okay. 604, is it the one with all the fancy buttons? It's not a gaming mouse, right? I can't remember which one it is. Nav RI. First time. Oh yeah, I haven't streamed much recently. I used to stream a lot last year. Jack Sparrow, hello, welcome. Did you ever play and like CSGO? I played a few hours, did not like it at all. So just probably like 3-4 hours. R5 1600 RX, don't you think it's time to upgrade? I would like to get a new graphics card if I can. Processor is doing fine. I mean, if I have money, I would buy both, but yeah, money is tight. What GPU will you upgrade to if you are buying one soon? I would like to get at least 5600 XT or the 2060 Super, at least. But at the moment, because of the lockdown and things, the prices have increased. So it's not good. Oh, hello, Kaizen. Welcome back to the member. Kaizen always likes to become a member. Thank you again, Kaizen, for this. Like Kaizen was the first guy who suggested that I should start this membership thing. I hadn't turned it on up until then. Do you play retro games? Sometimes. Some retro style games I play them. I was hoping I could emulate some games and play them on mobile Android. Anyone watching Dota? Would love to hear some Hindi from you. Love your videos. I mean, PC exclusives only for PC, not for other platforms. Yeah, there are a lot of PC exclusives. Like all the RTS games, all the indie games, not all of them, but a lot of them. Strategy games are only usually on PC. There are a lot more. But I think what you mean is like a big AAA game that is only exclusive. See, I don't know if anything like that is there. Is this Dead Space in the background? I don't know. Or is it Mass Effect? Oh, Kaizen with the donation. Thank you, Kaizen. Super chat for Kaizen. Thank you. Again, you are the first who has ever used the super chat. Thank you again. Thanks for all the videos. Congratulations about it. Cool. I like the shape of Pro Wireless. G Pro Wireless. Yeah, it's not available in India. Should I upgrade from a 960M? Can run most AI games at 1080p, those settings, but I want to switch to one. I guess if you can manage, why not? But yeah, eventually you'll have to consider, I guess. So what is the stream about? New game releases, basically. Yeah, trailers, etc. Got a bunch of retro 90s videos going in the background. Wing Commander, right? Okay, cool. Money's tight. I mean, YT is no, YT is not generous at all. If I was to show you the earnings, you would be crying. Kaizen, why the 69 rupees donation? Why the number 69? Hello Chirag, hello, welcome. Thoughts on Mass Effect remaster? Is there a remaster? I did not know there is a remaster. StarCraft video in the background. Okay. You are seeing top chat. I'm trying to just read everything, so I'm not missing out anything. Hype for Mafia remake. I have the whole thing open, so I'm trying to cover as much as I can. See, trying to read everything I can. Hype for Mafia remake. Yeah. That's. Any hopes for today? Only thing I want is a good gameplay look at Mafia remake. That's all I care. Everything else will be bonus. The new AMD GPUs, CPUs seem promising, at least as a rumor. Maybe they'll lower the prices after that. Yeah. Well, if the, let's say, RDNA 2 comes out, at least the RDNA 1 cards should drop in price a little bit. Hopefully. Nvidia's always have a lot. Hang on. How much time remaining? 12. Okay, not bad. Did they change the timer? It seems it was like 30 minutes. Mass Effect Remaster may be coming soon according to news outlets for PS4 and Xbox. Alright, cool. I heard a rumor that there is a new Star Wars multiplayer game or something coming out. So that would be interesting. How should you play it? Like the comment. What is this? I'm new here. Basically, reveal for upcoming games, trailers, blah blah blah. It is live chat. I'm just not reading the latest ones as soon as they drop. Or you mean the chat here? in the thingy. The raw heat gaming. Hello, hello. I want to buy RTX 2060, but my mind is oscillating to get 1660 Super. 1660 would be better, obviously, but it will depend on your budget. How much can you spend? Is there any way PC users can play The Last of Us 1? I don't know, if I'm honest. I don't know if there is a emulator for that yet. Could you show us your PC setup in a separate video if possible? I'll try and do that. I was actually talking about this with someone. I'll have to thoroughly clean everything around my table first. And I'll need to set up lighting as well to capture it. But yeah, I can try. Thank you, Sans, for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you for the good wishes for the channel. Appreciate it. Upgrading to Ryzen 7 2700 from i5 9400F worth it? Hard to say, because depends on what you actually do. Like if you do more than just gaming, then the Ryzen CPUs are usually better. If you just want the maximum FPS and you just play games, then Intel would give you slightly higher frames. But also depending on the price. Also, the Ryzen's, the motherboards used to be that we can use multiple generations on the same motherboards. They fixed it recently. That was an issue. With Intel, you have to buy them separately as well. I approach all EA games with caution. Yes, a good policy. West of Dead dropping 18 June. You can play Last of Us 1 through PlayStation Now. Waiting for Detroit Become Human on PC. Isn't it already out? I think it was coming out June or July something. Does this cover all PC games? PS Now sucks in India. I haven't tried PS Now, sadly, so I can't really say. Even I had a PS3, but I never took the online service thing. I just bought it to play the offline games. Honestly, what I did back in 2015 was I bought a cheap PlayStation 3 from eBay, and I bought a bunch of games. Last of Us was a little more expensive. I think I paid like £7-8 for the second-hand copy, and yeah, I just built up my PlayStation collection with that. Thanks for your videos, they helped us a lot. Thank you, sad boy. Our PS3 requires a good PC. There's an emulator barely works on it. Yeah, they keep improving and adding more games, but I don't think The Last of Us works. I do programming, editing plus gaming. GPU is 1660. I think you'll be better with the Ryzen then. There's more cores, it'll help you with editing and anything. If you're running too many things, even if you have like multiple tabs open, if you have Discord open, if you are editing something, you're watching YouTube, a Ryzen one will be better for that. If you're just closing everything and playing a video game, then Intel will be better, I guess. Demon Souls works great on our. Okay, Demon Souls, there is a remake coming as well, so might wait to play that, I guess. PS4 emulator is under development. It's on Epic Games Store. What's on Epic Games Store? Detroit, yeah. 1660 Super is way better for now because there aren't many games which support ray tracing. Went with 64. 7 minutes to go. I'm hoping this one is more exciting. At least we don't have the expectation of the console like we did with the last one. So if we just get some good games, I'll be happy. Some good trailers, I guess. Yeah, based on this list, like imagine if Escape from Tarkov dropped on Steam. That would be a big deal, I think. Coffee Stain Studios, I think they might talk more about Satisfactory because that's the current game they're working on. Torchlight 3, I will see. Remnant from the Ashes. I'm interested about this one. Like, what are they going to drop for this one? Or are they just the developers for that game? What are you thinking about Cyberpunk specs? I'm worried that we might need like a good high-end NVIDIA card, like a ray traced card, 2060 at least, because RX 570 can handle Witcher 3, but I don't think it can handle uh, Cyberpunk. And I don't want to play it at like 20 frames per second on low settings. I do want to play it at least 30 plus on this decent medium to high settings. Is it true that most of the games shown in PS5 event coming to PC are Epic Games exclusives? I've seen some of them are exclusive to Epic. I'm not sure if most of them are exclusive. Of course, on GTA 5 remaster, do you think Rockstar is milking money? Yeah, they are. I mean, they've been milking for a long time, and they are making a standalone online mode. So, yeah, more milking on the way. Hope there's no Assassin's Creed like gameplay trailer. uh, Drop your Project Cars 2 ID, will play together. I haven't touched it, sadly. I don't even know if I have Project Cars 2. Maybe I have one. I think I have to, but I don't think I've played more than a few minutes. I wonder if Sega will talk about the new Sonic the Hedgehog game. Is there a new Sonic the Hedgehog game? They made more money than Star Wars. The live event is powered by EGS. Yeah, I believe so. I think last year's they were praising EGS a bit, so it could be. What games are you excited most about? Pretty much Mafia remake. That's the one I want from this. We already know about Cyberpunk, I guess. Which gaming headset is best to buy? There are quite a few. I'm in the market for one as well, so can't really say. I'm using a HyperX Cloud Stinger, and it's been decent, but it's starting to get old now. Far Cry 6. Yeah, I've heard rumors that we might get a Far Cry 6 soon. No idea about Dying Light 2. Yeah, I don't know what happened because it keeps getting delayed. Did you play Amazon's Crucible? Yeah, I played about 30 minutes, uninstalled it straight away. It was a mess. So I'm hoping they fix it before we look at it again. Have you seen the Project Athia trailer for? Yeah, we have watched the whole thing. Yeah, it looked interesting. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. I said it looked like the demo they showed for the Unreal Engine. What Epic exclusives that will never go on GOG or Steam? I guess Fortnite, perhaps. What graphic card? Again, I'm not planning to buy right now, but if I could, 5600 XT, 2060, anything above that, if I can afford it. Is there any chance of GTA 5 being free again? Possible, but hard to say. They just gave it away. Uh, any idea about GPU mining? Just curious. All I know is that it takes up a lot of your electricity, which is why I stay away from it. It's expensive anyway. Have you played Jedi Fallen Order? No, I'm not really a fan of Star Wars, so did not play it. Have you played Unravel? Nope. I predict a PC port of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, probably. That should happen. Can we get... Yeah, that would be good if we get a Horizon Zero Dawn release date. Because we are starting to see more and more things about the game. And it is, I believe, being given away with some Ryzen processors as well. So, and they said they said summer 2020. So we are in June, so should be in the next couple of months. What is a good and cheap keyboard to buy for gaming? I guess any budget mechanical keyboard is good enough. I had one called forgot the name now. There was one on Amazon that I bought, quite a cheap one. It was actually quite decent. It had like blue Otemu switches. If you are looking for a mechanical one. Oculus Quest or Valve Index. I haven't used either, so no idea. Far Cry 6 may be based on Far Cry 3 story according to rumors. It would be all, oh wow, really? But boss was dead. Spoilers anyway, by the way, if you haven't played an 8-year-old game. Neo 2 might come to PC. Yeah, if Neo 1 was there, so it should come again, I guess. Have you played Rainbow Six Siege? No, I looked at it. It doesn't look appealing to me. You can visit Crackwatch to get release date of upcoming games like Death Strangling. Death Strangling, that's a new one. Death Struggling. The ultimate refill time of Octane and Mirage are same. I rarely play those two, so I'm not sure. They have buffed Mirage quite a bit. Brown or blue? I would say brown would be better. Blues are good for typing. Brown more like all-rounders, I would say. But if you really want only a gaming setup, then red. But red you'll struggle with typing. I found a number of cheap mechanical keyboards from the 90s. New in a box, thrift store only. Oh wow, that's a bargain. I would love to get hold of stuff like that, but we don't have anything like that here. No thrift stores and stuff here. What throwback PC game you want to arrive on GOG? No One Lives Forever. Those games, I would love to see them back. All-time top 3 favorite games. We'll have to think. Assassin's Creed 2, Witcher 3. Alright, let's start. Let's see what we are going. Okay, let me know if the audio is good today. Game audio.
As you guys can see, I'm missing my left eye.
Godfall.
There is a community that I am a part of.
You're unique. You're not like anyone else.
Good evening, please.
I'm currently in a call with my friend, not responding anymore.
He's breathing really hard.
Oh, they're talking about gaming moments.
I built an arcade in my basement. This is my home.
You're in a whole different world.
Who cares what size you are, what gender you are?
I'm finally done gluing all the details on the sword.
Oh wow.
Fans definitely go crazy when they see this card.
It's like one of the most badass things you could drive.
"13 Classic version is now on Steam." Oh, nice, that's good. I got it on GOG by the way, so I think GOG version might be better. Alright, what are they starting with? This is actually better, I guess, if they just start with some useful stuff. Oh, there will be a big show, I guess. Hello Raccoon, welcome. How do I switch this? How do I remove this thing? Reminds me of Fallout New Vegas. Cool, yeah. They're doing that meme thing. They put like a lot of money in production. Yeah, it looks like it.
3, 2, 1.
This is the PC Gaming Show. For the next 2 hours, we'll show you new footage and announcements for more than 40 games, including
the next game from Dean Hall, the creator of DayZ.
The world-exclusive debut of gameplay footage for Evil Genius 2. Ruthless combat in Mortal Shell.
Oh yeah, this one is good.
2. Epic battles in a total war saga. Troy.
Okay.
Torchlight 3. What's coming in the next chapter of Elite Dangerous? Mafia Definitive Edition. A look at new.
How long is this event? About 2 hours, I think.
Open world MMO.
Why, hello.
Oh no, it's this guy. Oh, come
Greg
on.
Miller, just borrowing your broadcast for a moment.
Okay,
to
thank
say
you.
That later on, I'll be dropping in again to reveal one of my favorite franchises.
No,
that's
why are
coming
you
to PC
dropping?
for the first time ever? If you can name this tune, maybe you'll recognize what it is. See you later in the show.
This guy, he was the one who presented the EA thing last year. It was
And now
boring
your
as hell.
PC Gaming Show hosts, Day 9 and Frankie Ward.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that guy
Hello,
was.
Internet. Welcome to the 2020 PC Gaming Show. I am one of your hosts today, Sean Day9 Plot, and I'm delighted to have you wherever you may be tuning in, Twitch or YouTube or Twitter. Welcome to our 6th annual event where we have over 2 hours of content. 50 plus games we're going to be looking at in the form of reveals, trailers, interviews that we've recorded in the last several weeks. Before
This guy looks like, you know, when you have those games with the
situation in America.
Hilarious, you know, corporate type making jokes. He looks like that guy.
Fighting for something far, far more important: the struggle against police violence and the systemic oppression of Black Americans. I and everyone who works on the PC Gaming Show each year, we know that Black lives matter, and this is not a fight that we are willing to stand on the sidelines for. So what can we all do? There's a great many organizations that deserve support right now, and one of them is the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund at NAACPLDF.org. If you want to support this and get some great games in the process, hundreds of developers have joined together at itch.io to create the Bundle for Racial Justice and Equality. It's a pay whatever you want for the bundle, and 100% of the proceeds go to the NAACP Fund and the Community Bail Fund. There's a lot more resources and information we'd like to share, so PC Gamer has created an ongoing list of ways that you can get involved in supporting protesters. That's at pcgamer.com/Black Lives Matter. Okay, we're going to begin the reveals in a moment, but this wouldn't be a PC Gaming Show without my dear friend and co-host Frankie Ward joining us from the other side of the internet. Welcome, Frankie, and why don't you say hello?
Hello, Sean, and hello to everyone watching around the world. We're really excited to be with you again. And Sean, I've prepared a veritable smorgasbord of PC gaming interviews, trailers, and announcements. This year's show features the most games we've ever presented, so grab your beverage of choice because it's go time.
It's too late for me to drink something.
Thanks, Frankie. And I gotta say, your apartment looks quite a bit more like a music video than mine does. Maybe I should have sprung for better lighting. Either way, it's time for the PC Gaming Show. And as I said earlier, 50 plus games. We've been talking to the developers, interviewing them for weeks now. And though it looks kind of empty here, I'm not alone. My beautiful assistant and good buddy DevBot. You may have seen him making his way over here. He is awaiting us. So let's go join him and get the show started.
Yeah,
All right, DevBot, what do we have for this year's PC Gaming Show?
I've downloaded 50 game trailers and 10 interviews, Sean, along with a full report of the most secret gaming layer friendly.
Yeah, I don't think E3 is going to work in the future. We might, I don't know.
Among all dog breeds.
Oh, well, excellent. Well, what should we play first then?
Scanning. Processing. My readings indicate that the
Boomer
audience
jokes.
Vikings.
Alright, Chivalry 2?
That sounds great. Then let's kick it off with Valheim, a Viking survival game where you'll fight monsters, craft weapons, build and sail ships on an open ocean, all while exploring a procedurally generated landscape. Show me the game, DevBot.
Downloading Valheim.
Valheim. Okay. Don't we have a lot of Viking games already? Just saying. I mean, or at least Viking games seem to be. Oh, so this is a Coffee Stain production. But they have quite a few games going, it seems. They are the ones behind Satisfactory, right? Coffee Stain? Or is it somebody else? Oh, graphics look terrible. This looks like a game from 2001. I'm not convinced. What is the... Yeah, exactly. What is the idea behind the graphics here? Truly low budget game. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Minecraft on drugs. $50 trailers, and I bet like 40 of them look like this. I hope not. Yeah, we need more pixels and more polygons. Sign up for beta. I'm not convinced.
The next game has been in the works for quite a while and is just about to come out. I've been following it the whole time, and if a game that features farming, creature collection, dance battles, and bears wearing pants sounds like your cup of tea, then it's time to put the kettle on and enjoy some ooblets.
Ooblets, oh yeah. There's a Russian guy in the comments. Maybe the graphics are not final and the finished product will be different. Hopefully. What do you think the average age of the PC gamers are? Probably early 20s, I guess. Based on my YouTube channel and the people who watch it. The average gamer age, I think, is higher, like in the 30s probably. Nope, Epic Game Store and Xbox. This is not even on
Sean,
Switch.
I've selected next game for the PC Gaming Show.
Well, great. What do you got, DevBot?
The game is Torchlight 3, a cherished action RPG franchise that features a number of original playable classes.
DevBot, you wouldn't have chosen this game because in Torchlight 3 you can play as a steam-powered robot, would you?
My game selections are entirely objective and determined by an algorithm that shows the audience only what it wants to see.
Show me the algorithm, DevBot.
The algorithm is proprietary.
Okay, well, let's play the Torchlight 3 trailer, and when we're done, I want to talk to one of the Torchlight 3 devs.
Yeah, everybody's mentioning their ages. That's good. 19, 27, 28, 49, 40. Yeah, the people my age coming in the chat now. 22. Alright, what do we have here? Torchlight 3. 24, 21, 16, 19, Boomer, 19, 17, 17, 31, 18. So we can already guess by the age here that we are averaging in the early to mid 20s.
Explore remote, perilous realms.
27.
Battle hordes of ancient, powerful enemies. Unite with others to claim your fame and glory. Torchlight 3.
You sound a bit old. I'm 38.
Oh, DevBot, please connect me with one of those developers.
You got it, Sean.
Joining me today to talk about Torchlight 3 is Max Schaefer. Max, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Max, Torchlight 2's story began with the alchemist from the original Torchlight becoming corrupted.
Has anybody played Torchlight? Because I think Epic gave away
story tie into the first two.
Well, we're in the same world, obviously.
Yeah, and also the Humble Trove
and the
Century.
Both the games like
that. Yes, the Empire's in decline, and they've gotten a little lazy, a little comfortable, and a new threat looms on the horizon. So once again, the adventure.
There's a 3-year-old in chat.
Seriously,
I'm amazed that you can read and write. Alright, what happened to the stream?
The mechanics and how to play it and all, but we've expanded and let players make their own mark in the world itself. Like you get a customized fort that you can decorate, that you can build things in. You can do things
Alright, take care
of your whole account, and you can put things in there that are useful to other players.
Yeah, Torchlight. I think both the Torchlight games are free in the Trove.
I want to ask a little bit about the classes, because if you're an action RPG player, you may recognize something like a knight or a mage. But in Torchlight 3, we got the steam-powered robots. We have the rail master that can summon trains. Talk to me about not just what some of the classes that players can expect are, but how you even come up with this glorious stuff.
Well, I think that you know, we've always wanted to avoid going like right down Main Street with our character classes and try to do something interesting. But at the same time, we wanted you to be able to look at them and get a sense and get a kind of an intuitive sense of what they do. And so we've applied.
I kind of lost
We've
interest with
really
the
like you
sort
said,
of isometric
robotic,
view these days.
Steam-powered robot.
I used to love this view, but I can't play many games with this sort of
other cool classes too. A
camera
sharpshooter
angle,
and a dusk mage. And you know, honestly, they all have new twists, and they're all pretty fun to play.
In terms of the game world itself, how like specifically do the forts get integrated? Like, what does it mean to stumble across someone else's fort as you're going through the world?
Well, between our gameplay levels, we have passages, and when you enter the passage, there will often be a waypoint there, but there will also be someone else's fort. So you will see some random person from the world's fort, and they will.
The Ruiner game is good in isometric. Yeah, there are a lot of good games like Titan Quest. I played that game. I loved it.
Because you can.
I've played a little bit of Original Sin 2 as well.
You can use their enchanting table and whatever recipes
that's
they've
a good game
unlocked
as well.
to enchant your own items. So it's really worthwhile for you to go check them out.
Now, pets were a big part of the earlier Torchlight games. What type of pet-based entertainment can we expect?
We have expanded upon the pet system. It does all the things you want. It fights alongside you. It goes and takes your items back to town to sell. But we've introduced kind of a collection mechanic. So you can find pets out in the wild by defeating bosses. And
oh yeah, Desperados. Yeah, it's coming out soon. There's a demo for Desperados on GOG, by the way.
The Torchlight series has
you can grab that if you
fan
want.
base. For those who are looking to get their hands on Torchlight 3, where can they go and when can they play it?
Well, I'm very, very happy to announce that we are available on Steam right now in early access for $29.99. Go check it out. It's available right this minute.
That's the best kind of answer in the PC gaming show. You can get it now. Once again, Max Schaefer from the Torchlight 3 team, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, go to Steam right now to get your hands on the early access version of Torchlight 3. We're just getting started here on the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at what's coming up next.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show.
How to trade games in Steam. You can't trade games.
Look at the
you can
next
just
game
gift
from
them.
DayZ creator Dean Hall. Blanco's Block Party. The first reveal of Sound Mind. And more. Back to you, Sean. Back to you, Sean.
Well, hey everyone, I hope you're having a great time. I know I am, and I know you want to tell me how much fun you're having, but don't shout.
Can we go to the metro?
The walls are very thick in here. I can see you though if you use the PC Gaming Show hashtag on Twitter or Facebook or the PC Gamer forums or a Ouija board or a Messenger Falcon, whatever is your desired form of communication. I'm sure you've been seeing many of those comments show up live in the show today. And we want your hottest 280 character take that our merry moderators might just select to be on the show. For our next segment, it's time to head on over to Frankie Ward.
Elite Dangerous, the space simulation MMO from Frontier, has continued to evolve over the past 5 years. Set in a one-to-one recreation of our actual Milky Way galaxy, players forge their own path, build and break alliances, trade, fight, and earn the rank of Elite. Join us as we journey into the next era of Elite Dangerous, set to take a giant leap once more.
I'm just waiting for the new Star Wars leak game. Yeah, that would be interesting. Alright, good night, Rohit. See you next time. I don't know if I'll do any more of these, if there are something with like a lot of games or something. Any other events. Maybe I think there's like a Ubisoft one next month, Xbox or something. Maybe I might do that. Alright, so this is Elite Dangerous. Is this playable without VR or is this only a VR game? Because I've been curious, but I don't really know too much about this. It's basically like the truck simulator type games, Euro Truck Simulator in space. You will stream Summer Sale, right? Yeah, I'll do that. Hopefully we don't have epic crashes, not epic crashes, I mean the Steam server crashes like usual. Early 21.
Joining me to talk about the next
Playable
chapter
without
of
VR.
Elite
All right,
Dangerous is Piers Jackson from Frontier Developments. Thanks so much for joining us, Piers.
Oh, you're welcome. It's good to be here.
Now, I have a lot of questions about the trailer we just saw, but I'm wondering if you can contextualize a little bit for those who haven't played Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, that's
what is it?
So I think the best way of explaining what Elite Dangerous is to understand how big it is. We have created a title that's the most complete, authentic space simulation of any game out there. And
authentic
it's just
space
vast.
simulation.
It's the whole galaxy. You can explore it. You can take your own path. You can be a pilot, a trader, a bounty hunter. You can do what you want. You can go where you want, and you can do your own thing. And it's that sort of freedom and the ability for people to tell their own story that I think makes Elite what it actually is.
Now, in all the streams that I've been following for Elite Dangerous, there's a lot of gameplay that happens in ships. There's a lot of focus on the economy and trading. In this trailer, though, we saw feet on the ground, which immediately makes me ask, what is it that we should expect? What should we glean from the trailer?
Oh, I think you've hit the nail on the head. Ultimately, the big new feature that we're looking to release here is the fact that you can now, for the very first time, set foot on our planets. We've created the last edition, really, in terms of going from space all the way down to the planet surface.
So this is a different thing.
So now you can set foot, you can explore, you can interact with the environment. And we've taken the mission-based gameplay and the idea of forging your own path and creating your own experience that the space game has, and we've transposed that right down onto the planet. For the first time, you'll be able to access a whole pile of new planets, all ones with tenuous atmospheres, and obviously you're going to be able to play this in multiplayer, so you'll be able to join up with your friends. You can experience the game from the ship, from an SRV, and finally from on foot.
In what way will this ground, walking on the planet component transform the existing aspects of Elite Dangerous?
I think it gives people a new set of experiences to have. We link all the way from ground to the buggies, the SRVs, all the way up to the spaceships, so that it becomes a holistic event.
Looks interesting.
The
Original Elite
design
was
actually
84 games.
encapsulates
Yeah, I've heard
whole
of that.
experience.
In terms of some of the other systems that are on the planets, or various resources or points of interest, what are some of those that might tie back to some of the gameplay that someone would be familiar with?
So we have new planets that you can visit. You can visit old planets, and we have refreshed the visuals on them, so you can really set foot and be the first to actually make footfall on a new planet.
Now, Piers, I have a combo question for you. Elite Dangerous is available right now. Where can players go to play Elite Dangerous, and when can they expect the Odyssey update?
So you can join in with our community now, playing Elite Dangerous. Download it via Steam, or go to the Frontier store, or purchase it on console. We have many people playing it. In terms of Odyssey, you can expect to see that next year.
I hope you all enjoyed that conversation about Elite Dangerous. It's a treat to see the way the game is continuing to evolve. For our next title, we're going to be...
Sean, I'm sorry to interrupt, but our broadcast is being hijacked by another host.
Not again.
Hi there again, PC gamers. It's me,
Ah,
Greg
this
Miller.
guy. Yeah,
You saw me
exactly.
host the Guerrilla Collective live stream earlier today.
No, I didn't watch. Okay, well, that's it.
No, I didn't watch it.
I'll give the PC Gaming Show back to its usual host in a moment, but I couldn't let anyone else announce this next trailer, which is a game near and dear to my heart. Let's take a look.
What game is it? Persona 4. Yeah, go away. Hello, just Tomilis. Hello, welcome, welcome. Which is the latest one? Persona 5, right? Out now on Steam. Yeah, I've never
Persona
played.
4 Golden is available now.
Alright, thank you for the information. Please go.
If you haven't played this, now you have no excuse. Persona 4 Golden is a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. The story, the action, the characters, this is something you have to go get right now. It's been awesome to see Atlas Games make their way onto the PC. I'm glad this one is finally here. Anyway, I better hand the show back over to Sean before he gets mad at me. See you later, PC gamers.
Well, that was weird. I thought this live stream was supposed to be secure.
I'm analyzing the security breach now.
Persona 5 is the latest one. Alright,
I'm not sure what could have happened.
Who the hell is this?
Well, all right then. While we get this sorted out, let's head on over to Frankie.
So many punchable hosts on this stream.
Our next trailer reveals an all-new psychological horror game coming to PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X early next year. In Sound Mind will challenge your expectations as it ushers you through the deepest corners of your psyche. It sounds like every night before I go to sleep, honestly. The game also features a chilling original soundtrack by The Living Tombstone. Courtesy of indie outfit We Create Stuff and publisher Modus Games, let's take a look at In Sound Mind.
In Sound Mind. World exclusive. Not funny seeing them trying to be funny.
They say fear is just a state of mind. A locked door that traps you inside it. But once you find the key to your terror, fear will no longer exist. What a bunch of bullshit.
I don't know. Looks like Alan Wake. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. In Sound Mind. Basically, we are seeing too many psychological horrors. We're seeing too many space-themed games. We are seeing too many remakes.
I'm Nito, producer at We Create Stuff.
Remakes and remasters. We need some fresh ideas here.
We're the developers who brought you Nightmare House 2, and now we're back. We've partnered with Modus Games and The Living Tombstone, and we're working on a new indie horror game, In Sound Mind.
Demo is now out on Steam. Let us know what you think.
Thanks. Thank you.
Demo is out.
So hey, DevBot, how did you get here today anyways?
Well, Sean, my sleep state was interrupted when I realized I was late to this year's PC gaming show. So naturally, I panicked. I had to improvise about how to reach our undisclosed broadcasting location before you began the show. I tried some back roads in the desert. I am not an all-terrain vehicle, it was discovered.
Fresh idea equal to zombie game. Yeah, or they'll bring back vampires and werewolves. Which they are doing, by the way, anyway.
But ever since the 1991 documentary Terminator 2, no one in Los Angeles trusts robots.
You wanna play another zombie game? Hey Joe, you wanna play another zombie game?
At that point, I was already right outside our secret location.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we feel.
Cool. Hey, let's take a look at our next trailer.
Airborne Kingdom loading.
What am I even watching? Yeah, at this point you are confused. Alright, new game. Thanks for the tip about the Hitman Absolution. Runs fine. Alright, that's good. Even host is sleepy, yeah. Oh, I think I know this one. I've seen this one. I can't remember the name. Airborne Kingdom. Epic Games. I think I've seen the trailer for this one. Like you have to build like cities in the sky or something.
You might be surprised to know that I enjoy real-time strategy games, and that's why I'm excited for our next trailer. It's Dwarfheim, a cooperative RTS, where up to 3 players can split up the work of building, mining, and fighting, working together to build defenses, machinery, and traps, train armies to fend off deadly trolls and rival clans. The Dwarfheim demo is live right now on Steam. Let's see what the game is all about.
Ever since the fall, dwarven clans live scattered across Agartha. They toil every day in the dark and dirt. They try to protect what little they have from rival clans and the vile creatures that roam these lands.
This might be alright. This looks like a Plants vs Zombies type game, but a bit more detail obviously.
Choose your classes, guide your builders and miners to expand your kingdom. Or take up arms with your warriors to protect our town halls and conquer your enemies. Bring us to victory! Bring us to Dwarfheim!
Dwarfheim? Co-op RTS. Yeah, I'm not sure about the co-op part. Like, is this single player? Like, can we also play single player? It's just co-op. I don't really get on with
now,
people.
Let's take a look at the lineup of games and game updates coming from indie publisher New Blood Interactive.
I just watched a McDonald's ad. Are you hungry? Another one. It's a dwarf thing. What is this? Looks like a Half-Life. Quick. Dusk. Oh yeah. Two square. We need more polygons, more pixels. Oh, this looks good. RTX on. Gaming cringe show. Maximum action. Alright, this one looks better. I think Ion Fury is the best of this bunch, this type of game, like the retro FPS. Alright, this one looks better. 16 player co-op. Oh, come on. More retro shooters. With style. Doom vibes, yeah. Yeah, Ion Fury is amazing. All the boomer shooters. New Blood. We love you and we hate dot money? What the hell is that?
That's quite a lineup from New Blood, and with us now is the New Blood CEO, Dave Oshry, to talk about it. Dave, what the hell was that all about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we got a lot going on, right? I mean, some guys come out here, they show like some cinematic trailer and then tell you it's coming out in a year. We got 6 games and you can play all of them
right now.
We couldn't afford to do a cinematic trailer if we wanted to, right? So yeah, Dusk, now with mods, check them out at duskmods.com. There's all kinds of crazy A Medieval, now with RTX. DLSS 2.0 is coming. Maximum action, new levels are coming, new features, new guns. Unfortunate Spacemen is now completely free to play. F it, why not? Check that one out. 16-player co-op. It's crazy. It's like the Thing in space. Faith, of course. If you don't know about Faith,
now you know.
Ultra Kill, our new retro shooter with style. If you like games like Devil May Cry and Quake, that's what that's about. And then, of course, Gloomwood. If you like games like Thief, System Shock, Resident Evil, then I think Gloomwood is definitely
the second one. What was the second game in the list?
Where can we go to learn more?
So you can check out Dusk at notfortnite.com, A Medieval at I can't believe it's not Hexen.com, Maximum Action
A
at
Medieval, I think that's the one.
Unfortunate Spacemen at deaderspace.com. That's deaderspace.com. Faith at Gary Loves
Yeah, Medieval. That's the one. That's the one that looks alright. Others I'm not so sure.
At thiefwithguns.com. Yeah, that's all we got. 6 games. You can play them all right now. We love you.
And we hate money.
Thanks, Dave. Let's see what Frankie has for us next.
Thank you, Sean. Now tell me, PC gamers, have you ever wanted to rewrite history? Not your browser history, that's easy and absolutely vital, but how about something grander?
Troy, Total
like
War
discovering
Troy.
America, mastering flight, or inventing the computer a couple of hundred years earlier. Humankind is an upcoming historical strategy game where you'll be combining up to 60 different cultures to create a civilization that's as unique as you are. And as with all of their previous titles, Amplitude is asking the community to participate in the development of Humankind to help make it the best game that it can be. Let's see how they're inviting PC gamers to help build this worldly game.
Okay. Humankind in the world. It kind of looks like Civilization. Sega.
Well, you heard the trailer. You need to go to opendev.gamestogether.com so you can be one of the very first humans to get your hands on Humankind, Amplitude Studios' upcoming historical strategy game. And now for something a little different, why don't you join me in my chambers? Come on. Come on. Of all the subcultures and communities that make up PC gaming, modders have arguably had the biggest impact. My next guest is Dinn Hall, a designer who started out as a modder and eventually helped lay the foundation for 2 of the most popular genres on PC, survival and
I got
battle
Civ
royale.
5. Yeah, I got
Let's
Civ
take
5
a
and
look
6.
at the next game from Rocketworks revealed here on the PC Gaming Show. It's Icarus.
Icarus. World exclusive. Rocket Works. Another space themed game. Yeah. Please don't tell me it's a psychological horror as well. Is that the... it's a server. It's a mix of everything I don't like. Space, psychological horror, survival crafting. Oh, bloody hell. That is the funniest thing I've seen. An astronaut with a bow and arrow in his hand. Get in the car. Yeah, this is a hard pass. Easy pass, or pass in general.
Joining me to talk about Icarus is Dinn Hall. Dinn, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome, it's great to be here.
So, Dinn, you're making another survival-focused game. What makes Icarus different from other survival titles?
Well, I think if you think about your first hour in DayZ, your first hour in Minecraft, really what we're trying to do is capture that and then basically build a game where you can do that over a long period of time and you can progress through the survival experience. So it was really getting back to the roots of what a survival game is and what makes those moments that you get in them really intense and emotional.
If you can just walk me through like the basic loop. If I just open up the game, do I start out on the ship itself?
If you think about the orbital station as your apartment in GTA, you can invite your friends in and prepare for what we call a drop. And then you select a prospect. And the big challenge of the game, and the way to fail it, I guess, is to run out of time on the drop.
Let's say I'm on a 30-minute mission. I have a particular resource I've set out to snatch up. How does the gameplay of that 30-minute period differ
Can
from
I get
other
some
survival
tips
games?
in Apex and
I
the
suppose there were three
Alright, yeah,
key
remind me
things
next time we play.
that I
and I'll
felt
do that.
needed
Hello,
to be
Abdul
addressed
Samir.
before I made
Welcome.
another survival game. The first
I
was
can't
the
take
ability
another
to
survival
scale.
game. Yeah,
by
same.
breaking your experience over months and years into sessions, that allowed us to address scale. So you still can do all
So
the
far,
things
nothing
that you do in a
exciting. I
normal
agree.
survival game, building bridges, roads, all those kinds of things. But you're doing it with a medium-term focus. The second was pacing and clear direction,
Depends
which
if
is
you are
helped
like
very much by the structure that we're putting around the session.
Not
And the
yeah, I think you have
last
to
one is
use the
really
hashtag
focusing
PC
in
Gaming Show.
on those core survival mechanics, which I really feel is the whole reason that
Any
survival
Souls fans
as a
here? Yeah, I
genre
played Dark Souls.
connects
I
so
liked it.
emotionally with players.
First game.
I guess I was a little surprised to hear that there are 20-minute drops as well as multi-day drops. What are the sort of time ranges we're looking at? Are there different like categories and tiers of drop length?
Yeah, so it really depends on your level as you progress through the game. So early on, we're really just introducing you to more safe environments. So say a daytime drop that only lasts 20 minutes. You're only going to be facing the game during the day. As you progress on, you can take on and get access to prospects that have
yeah, it's a mix of everything.
much longer drop windows, but that means you're getting a cycle of day-night. And night, particularly for most of our biomes, is definitely the most dangerous.
I want to ask a little bit about what failure means in Icarus. I mean, in the trailer there was someone that fell down and you just ominously talked about the dangers of being left behind on the planet. What happens if you don't make it back to the ship in time, die on the planet? What happens?
If you think about DayZ, when you get shot, it's a very binary event that happens and there's nothing you can do, it's just over. And there's a certain charm to that.
Everything's gone.
Yeah, there's a certain charm to that. But I think if we look about...
A charm. I like your use of the word charm there, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, like, there definitely is. But I think with Icarus, we've chosen
Dear
one
game, here's some
failure
tropes
state.
you can drop.
If you
Loot
run out of
boxes,
time on your
crafting,
drop,
base building. Yeah,
that
I'm
character
tired
and
of
all
all
its
those things.
equipment is gone.
Yeah.
But
So
again,
we wanted to
if
make
they're
that
making them,
terrifying,
it is
and that's
popular,
why
I
our
guess.
tagline is, there are worse fates than death. So it's getting left behind. If you miss your rendezvous window with the orbital station, then that's it. Everything that you've deployed on there, your character and all that progression of that character and all that equipment is just gone. And that's our one failure state. If you run out of oxygen,
I think if I wasn't
someone
streaming
can come
this,
and revive you. If
I
you
would
get attacked
probably
by
have
this
stopped
particular
watching by now.
animal and damaged,
So thank you
someone
guys
can
for
heal
joining
you.
me.
But if
Otherwise,
you
I
run
wouldn't
out
be
of
able
time,
to,
it's over.
handle this on my
I'm
own.
curious, I mean, there's so many elements. There's
It's
so
too
much
boring.
ambition. I know there's a lot
I would have started playing
PC
something.
gamers that maybe feel like you abandoned DayZ, other projects. What do you have to reassure those people that you're committed to Icarus?
Well, I think a big thing for me is you know, Bohemia was an existing company, and I definitely felt like I was pulling them in a direction that was hard for them to go. And
Just joined, did I miss
they
anything?
probably
No,
felt like
not
they were
much.
pulling me
So
in a
far, nothing
direction that I
exciting.
didn't want to go.
Another,
And
we are
it's
looking
really
at
been a bit of
another
a struggle
survival
for me
crafting
to
game.
develop and not only the studio but myself as well. There was a whole bunch of things I had to learn. I had to learn many of those things through failure. The solution there was to make sure it wasn't just a Dean Hall game, but it was a game built by incredibly skilled people.
And Chad is more interesting than this. Yeah, exactly. That's what we were talking about.
I've ever worked with an exceptional concept.
I'm hoping for like a look at the Mafia gameplay
team as well.
Well, I know there's a ton of
Mafia
people that
remake,
are interested
so
in
I'm
my very next
interested
question,
in that.
My favorite question: when can people get the opportunity to play Icarus?
That is a good question. So we're looking at sometime next year.
There is a big list of people taking part in this, so I'm hoping for something good to come.
So,
but I'm
we're
not
making
sure
the game
what.
free to play because we wanted to maximize the number of people that play it. And we're acutely aware a number of our former staff are ex-Grinding Gear Games who made Path of Exile. Very talented. And
We got Torchlight 3 announcement earlier,
very
so
cognizant
that was
of
okay,
how much
I guess.
content we need to provide gamers. So at the moment, we're really sort of heading into that.
Well, Dean, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Awesome.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Once again, that was Dean Hall from Rocket Works for the upcoming survival game Icarus. For our next game, let's head to Frankie.
Alright, come on, give us something good.
When you're an evil supervillain, it's important to have your own sense of style. What? Evil Cat Psychics are so 2019. Evil Genius 2 asks players the question, how would you design a supervillain fortress? Would you
know
build a
10XP
pool
if I'm not
filled
wrong.
with
10XP
or would you
Gaming
just
Merchant.
give all the home
Yeah.
appliances RGB lighting? Here's the world exclusive first gameplay footage of Evil Genius 2 World Domination.
Evil Genius, yep. Can't wait to uninstall it. Rebellion. Oh, the people who make Sniper Elite. Oh, okay. I think they made an Evil Genius game a long time ago. I think they gave away the first one for free as well, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Subnautica for free. Can't wait. Yakuza Collection would be nice. Torchlight 3 on Steam. How free games will influence gaming habits and buying patterns? Yeah, that's a good question. So damn boring, cringe, show trailer after trailer. Are they gonna show another Battle Royale game? Maybe? We haven't seen one yet. Yakuza is love. We did some cringy intros, but we never subjected a hamster to it. Battle Royale of the devs, and the winner gets to make Battle Royale games. Everybody else has to come up with original ideas.
We are about to see the first official gameplay footage for Godfall on PC. Counterplay Games is going to give us a guided
Please
tour
don't put
of the
rap
battle
music
for
like you did
Imperium.
yesterday, because
And
that
keen
was
observers will
cringy
notice
as hell.
This is running in Unreal Engine 5. That's why those shiny sets of armor look oh so gorgeous. You can go on over to the Epic Games Store and wishlist it now, or get more information on Godfall before it releases this holiday season. But for now, let's take a look.
Okay, I don't hear rap music, so that's good. Is this a free-to-play game?
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and
Hello.
I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall. Please
It
enjoy.
actually looks alright.
Godfall
I have
is
to
still
say,
in
it doesn't look
development,
bad.
so
Looks
some
very
things will
shiny,
and improve in the final
very
product,
high
including
quality
visuals and performance.
Is this free to play? Or... No, it was a question. I'm not sure. It is coming to Epic and PlayStation. So it's not on Xbox, from what I can tell.
The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth,
okay.
water, air, and fire.
Okay.
You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you.
It seems a bit inspired by Warframe.
Combat. As you adventure through the realms,
yeah, exactly. Abdul Samir has the same idea.
To challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. Throughout your journey, you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics.
Yeah, because I can see the cosmetics being the main appeal. Like they are focusing a bit too much on the cosmetics.
First, our team wanted to do something
different. Does remind me of Warframe though.
We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression.
Is this first AAA? Maybe.
Combat to create what we think is a whole new genre, the looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear driven and
Warframe without space ninjas. With like lion type
words,
people.
Not only do we want you to
with
find
very shiny armor,
weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall. What you're looking at now is a mid-boss fight, a tougher challenge which we'll have to leave for another day. Please check out the Godfall channels on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you so much for taking a look at Godfall.
Alright, I'll download it and try it out when it comes out, if it's not too expensive.
When PC gamers think of iconic first-person shooters, they think of games like Doom, Quake, and Duke Nukem. Our next trailer shows a project that celebrates the proud heritage of sci-fi FPSs while taking advantage of some very modern visual effects, like glorious enemy dismemberment. From Bounding Box
Looter
Software and
slasher.
Humble Publishing, this is Proteus.
Alright, what is this? Proteus? What did she say? Humble Games. Okay, interesting. Hang on. Some places the graphics looks nice, some places it looks pixely. What's going on here? Oh, another Doom 90s FPS. Okay, we are getting too many of these as well, I think. I wonder how much Epic paid for that exclusive. Quite a lot, I'm guessing, as always. Although, to be fair, at this point, considering the 30% Steam cut, I don't think they need a lot of convincing to get people on board. But again, people would be happy to take some money up front. Okay, what is this? So they just announced another game without any intro? Okay. It's too small an indie game for them to even give it an intro. Epic paid 10 million for Control. Oh yeah, that's good. 15 to 17 million to Borderlands 3. Also, this is Gearbox publishing the Godfall game, so probably something similar. Is this the same game? Yeah, they just switched instantly without any intro to this thing. I'm getting Anodyne 2 flashback, so you did not like Anodyne 2. I said, oh, it's a Humble, so they're showing all the Humble games, I think.
I love the look of that last one. Fate Tactics is set to scratch that isometric combat itch that I know a lot of us have been feeling ever since we played Final Fantasy Tactics back in the 90s. Alright, but we're not done with Humble games yet. Their lineup, as it turns out, isn't all that humble. We're going to take a look at 2 more games from them. Project Wingman, a jet fighter game featuring RPG elements and VR support. And rounding things out is Carto from Sunhead Games, a gorgeous top-down puzzler. Let's take a look.
So Humble is also going into the indie sort of market. This actually looks sweet, if I'm honest. At least it's not pixel art. Remove the host and it will be better. Alright, this is completely different. Wingman. Delete the boomer. Is there any chance to see something from Rockstar Games? Maybe. Can you increase the stream sound? You mean the background or my... Okay. Increase this a little bit. I don't want to be shouting over it.
Have you ever wondered what Gordon Freeman's voicemail message sounds like?
Sean, that is an intriguing inquiry. However, something is wrong. I'm receiving an external transmission.
Why does this keep happening, DevBot? What's with the security?
It's not that guy again,
Service
is he?
Pack 2 yet?
The transmission is coming from a powerful space satellite.
Greetings, PC Gaming Show. It is I, your supreme leader, Kane.
This is Command and Conquer.
Commandeering this broadcast to deliver an important mission briefing. You must capture the GDI base marked at these coordinates. This is a strategically significant facility. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's me, Joe Coogan. And I can take over this broadcast because I do what I want. Look, you know Command & Conquer has been a major part of your life. It's certainly been a big part of mine.
Nope, never played it.
The Command & Conquer Remastered Collection recently launched for PC, and it is an awesome way to relive this classic game with a bunch of new bells and whistles. I mean, who doesn't like 4K graphics, quick matches in multiplayer or modding?
Is this better now? Or do you want it to
I
increase it
personally
more?
want to send a big shout out to all you PC gamers who have kept the legacy of Kane alive over these last 25 years. I mean, I live in death, I guess. Thanks for letting me interrupt, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. For the glory of Nod!
Tell me, PC gamers, do you have any rare action
PC
figures?
gamers.
Perhaps
Hello,
you're
PC
one of the
gamers.
lucky owners
How are
of
you,
an
PC
out-of-print
gamers?
collectible, something you'd never trade away in a million years. Our next game is a celebration of toys and art. On its surface, a game about collecting, customizing, and trading, but it's also a highly social playground for creativity, one where you can make your own levels and gather with your friends to hang out, play mini games, and create together. This is Blanco's Block Party.
They are not subtle with the hello PC gamers. Tell us PC gamers.
Of a place where everyone comes together and dance and race and shoot and jump and fly with jetpacks or maybe bat wings, and there's lava and a mountain.
PC gamer sounds more politically correct than the masterpiece. Yeah.
Where you can create your own worlds and have your own adventures where you are in charge. Where you can make your very own games with your very own rules.
Because I'm sure a lot of these games are not exclusive to PC. They will be on multiple platforms. So I don't know why they're stressing on the PC gamer part.
Come to life, and I can actually play with them and own them all. That's f***ing sweet. But you see, this place isn't a legend at all. It's a party.
Also, I've come to the conclusion that a lot of these devs, they take drugs when they're making games, or at least coming up with ideas based on some of these trailers.
Here to bring us the inside look at Blanco's Block Party is Jamie Jackson from Mythical. Jamie, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
I would love if you could just address what is Blancos?
Blancos it's a game about vinyl toys kind of coming to life and where they go when a human leaves the room. But it's also more than just a game. It's a place for content creators and gamers and collectors to come together and hang out and build the worlds and games that they really want to play in. And you can have as many as your friends come and hang out with you as you want.
Microdosing LSD is actually a thing in Silicon Valley. Yeah, I'm not that far off the mark.
We got like a unicorn rocket launcher that fires ice creams. We got like a cactus grenade launcher that fires these little cactus balls. So it's all about kind of like arcade fun shooter stuff. And you can set that up as a team shooter. You could have
this guy,
a bunch of stuff with it. You can even just have it free for all. Some other stuff we're going to be dropping is race toys. So you could just do point to point. You could build this super sweet like platformer and just go A to B. You could do laps. And then
no way they can come up with this stuff when they are
good vibes. That's kind of
not taking anything.
So another one you could do is actually
Look at this.
just do vibe collection. And what's kind of super cool is all of those toys work with each other. So you could build a race, and then you could drop some guns in it, and it can be a race, but you can pick up guns on the way and try and knock each other out.
So you have these huge flexible tools, this community focus. We've also
Pretty
seen
sure that
in
Shigeru
games like Fortnite, these
guy has a
in-game
bunch of
events. Are these kinds of things that you think will show up in Blankos as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we felt that from the beginning.
Can we skip to the end and get the good stuff,
please? It wasn't just a place for players to go and build and create their own worlds, but it was a place for us to be able to share with them different content.
Sorry to be honest, but who is hosting this conference? Is this like an E3 competitor? They used to do that PC gaming show at E3, I think, like every year. Obviously, they're doing
talk
it
to me about the
from home.
number of different designs.
I think this guy does a lot of other things as well. Day 9 is called.
Numbers in season 1 just yet, but we also
I've not seen any of the previous events. I usually only watch the Xbox like Sony
my
ones.
favorites that I've been buying the vinyl toys of over the years. So John Paul Kaiser is a great artist from the UK. I ended up buying some of his toys in New York about 6 years ago, and now we get to work together and bring his toys to life in the game, which has been great fun. James Groman, who I think
I hope there's good stuff.
really
Yeah.
epitomizes vinyl toy design, just those clean vector-based lines. And one of my personal favorites.
All I wanted was the Mafia
Fowler, who
remake
for me
gameplay.
was kind of one of the
Hopefully.
grandfathers.
Godfall was alright, I would agree. Yeah, it looked alright, but it reminded me too much of
They're going to want to
Warframe.
know when they can play Blankos, when they can see more. Where do they go for that?
If you want to keep just up to date with things, go and check out blankos.com. You can register there right now, so you can, secure your account name and.
But I
get ready
can't
for
watch
launch.
any more of this.
We're gonna
Alright,
be
no
launching
worries.
end of the
See you
year,
next time.
so
Don't
not
blame
too
you.
far away
You'll
now,
probably
but
see
we're
the
also
trailers
doing
if you are
something
subscribed to
for
their
Obra
channel or
at some point
something.
soon as well. So if you get registered, we might be able to get you in that.
Jamie from Mythical, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Once again, the name of the game is Blankos Block Party. Let's take a look at
Was
what's coming up
Godfall
next
an
in this
MMO or
year's
single
PC
player?
Gaming
It's
Show.
I don't think it's single
You're
player.
watching the PC Gaming
It
Show,
could be an MMO
presented
light
by
type
PC
thing.
Gamer. Stay tuned for more trailers, announcements, and footage. Coming up later, we celebrate the 20th anniversary of A Total War.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
next in Escape from Tarkov?
Alright, see now this looks better. Oh, it's
The
this
reveal
Tarkov.
horror strategy game, Rogue Lords, and more. Back to you, Frankie.
The PC is the birthplace of space flight action games, and our next project, Everspace 2, expands on that tradition with its gorgeous handcrafted universe. The focus here is on
Co-op like
exploration and
Warframe,
dogfighting,
okay.
with alien species
So it is very
standing in
much
the way
like
of
Warframe.
outfitting your ship with
Escape to
unique
Tarkov
modules,
coming
weapons,
to
and
Steam.
devices.
They haven't said anything, but I'm
And
hoping
as
it
we're
would be a
about
good.
to see in this next trailer, combat won't just take place in the cold vacuum of space, but also the atmospheres of planets themselves. Here's Everspace 2.
My stream is lagging a bit. Is it okay on your end? Like on OBS, I'm seeing a bit of drop frames. Why are the tweets more excited? They're picking the most sort of favorable tweets, let's say. It should be better now. Yeah, I seem to be getting some lag here and there. It's not like constant, but like occasionally there are dips here and there. Don't know what's going on. Do you think Steam is going to up their freebie game? I don't think so, because they haven't done anything yet. What they might do is offer some incentives during the sales. Like last year, they offered people like a discount if they spend some money or something. I'm expecting something similar to compete with Epic during the sales, but I don't think they care about the free stuff. It should be fine now. I haven't seen a drop trend now for a bit. Yeah, I don't know. I've never played too many space games. I've picked up No Man's Sky. That's like the only one that I've picked up recently. Most of these games seem too vast and too complex for me. What the hell is this?
PC gamers, I'm sure you'll agree.
PC gamers.
If a horse
Hello
shows up at
again,
your door
it's me again.
and you don't
Hello
remember
PC
ordering
gamers.
a horse, it's probably best to keep the door shut. One of the coolest things about a Total War Saga Troy,
Yeah,
the
literally
next
getting
game
paid every
assembly,
time they
is
say
that it will
PC
enable
gamers.
players to
That would be the
experience
only
multiple
reason for them
different
to
versions
repeat it so
of how
many
the
times.
iconic battle went down, including several explanations for what that mythical horse actually was. I'll get the door while you watch the latest trailer.
PC gamers.
Peggy 16.
Give me something.
Silver-tongued Odysseus. There is only one response
Another
to
RTS
Queen
by the
Helen's
looks of it.
abduction, and that is war.
Total
In
War.
War Saga Troy, you can rewrite the events of one of the greatest conflicts ever told, the Trojan War. As Odysseus besieged the legendary city of Troy in
LBG try Raji Ancient Epic Demo. I played it many years ago. Check my channel. I think I made a video on it in like 2017.
as to what the iconic Trojan horse really
Like I
resembled.
played the gameplay. I did a second
This
demo.
city may appear
Gameplay
to
of
be
the demo.
mighty, but no defenses are impregnable.
Using gargantuan siege towers, take the fight to the walls.
This is not the new one,
Slaughter
right?
the Trojans atop
It is in
and force them
progress.
back into their pitiful city.
It doesn't look too great. I mean, I played the 2004 game, Rome Total War. Yeah, this is the one we are getting for 24 hours, so remember to grab this and crash the epic servers,
Once the attack begins.
because this is only free for 24 hours.
Sneak troops into the city in a vast, horse-headed vessel.
Freeze every 10 seconds. Yeah, I know,
Under
it's
the
getting a
cloak
bit
of
annoying.
darkness, use guerrilla tactics to sabotage the unbreachable city gates.
I can't like
leaving
restart the
Trojan
route or
warriors
anything like that,
defenseless,
because that would just make
allowing
it
the
worse.
Achaean soldiers to begin razing the city to the ground.
Their walls have been breached.
Even the greatest defenses cannot stand against nature's might. In a land
Close-ups aren't very
ravaged
sharp.
by
I want to see
earthquakes,
eyebrows.
Patience is rewarded. Send your troops forward. Troy is yours for the taking.
Eyebrow physics we want to see. Yeah, sorry about the
Mischief history in a war that will define the ages. Experience the legend of Troy this summer.
Victory will make you immortal.
That was a Total War Saga Troy, which we'll get to play in 2021. And hey, speaking of sneaking in big surprises, a master of segue. This year, we've teamed up with Intel to build a legendary custom computer inspired by art, weaponry, and the artifacts found in the game. DevBot, I understand you know your way around a computer, right?
Affirmative. Sean, I have a soft spot for Bronze Age computers.
Well, great. Why don't you tell our audience a little bit more?
Can do, Sean. Behold, PC gamers.
This build is centered around Intel's CPU, the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor. This 10-core flagship CPU is built for maximum gaming performance and overclocking, especially useful in epic strategy games like a Total War Saga Troy. The build also features a top-of-the-line GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. Also on the Asus motherboard are a spacious 4 terabytes of fast storage and 120.
Alright, I'll just stop and restart the stream again,
The unit is powered
just
by
to
a
see, because it's just boring right now.
1200 watt power supply, and temperatures are liquid cooling. The copper tubing is not only effective at heat conduction.
Alright, I've
but
restarted the
according to my
stream.
Readings, aesthetically pleasing.
Is this what you humans call love?
PCs are more than specs. They're a passion. When we build a PC, we form a relationship with that piece
I
of
think it's
hardware.
just my
We wanted to show
internet
you
that's the
every
problem
step
today.
of that process.
Stream
For
is
this
fine.
build,
It's
we
running
enlisted
fine
a
in the
master
background.
craftsman, Brian Carter, a PC modder with over a decade and a half of experience. PC Gamer and Intel have created a 4-part series following Brian as he created this epic artifact. DevBot, cue it up!
Hey, my name is Brian Carter, and I've been building custom PC mods for over 16 years. I'm working with Intel and a Total War Saga Troy on a very special custom PC project that we're thrilled to debut at the PC Gaming Show. Join me in a 4-part video series as I take you through each stage of the scratch build process. We begin with the inspiration and design phase where we figure out how to take the amazing design assets from a Total War Saga Troy and functionalize them to house our best-in-class components, like the 10th gen Intel Core i9-10900K processor. Then I'll show you how I assemble, finish, and test this one-of-a-kind PC. A big thank you to Intel and Creative Assembly for letting me work on this incredibly fun and challenging project. I hope you like it.
Oh, it looks so good, and I have some good news. Episode 1 is available now, and I have even better news. You can win this PC from DevBot's loving clutches. Head on over to pcgamer.com/IntelPC to learn more and enter for a chance to win. And with that, it's time to return to more PC Gaming Show action with the fantastic Frankie.
Last year, Remnant from the Ashes challenged gamers
Oh, yeah.
to take on monstrous creatures in a post-apocalyptic
Alright, this one is
world.
good.
Today, we're excited to announce the biggest update yet for the game.
Shaving my beard.
Upcoming DLC that will conclude this thrilling saga. The fate of humankind is at stake. It's time to bring an end to the root once and for all. This is the world reveal of Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2923.
Oh, is this a new game?
Available August 20th on PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
I need to finish that first game because that was a good game.
They say hope is what makes us human. Hope also let us think we'd won.
Or is it DLC?
But the root have another gate somewhere.
Because they did drop a DLC not too long ago, that Swarms of Horses, something like that.
Maybe the root.
Yeah, this looks more like a DLC.
Need to worry about.
Why not both? What the hell? Alright, this looks like a new game. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Is this a second game? I think it's a second game. Remnant from the Ashes, Subject 2939. New DLC. Okay, it's a DLC.
The new Remnant from the Ashes content looks fantastic.
It looks
And you know what else
completely
is
different.
fantastic? Hearing the opinions of strangers from the internet. Nothing makes my day. As
how
much as
convenient
hearing
they've
what's
only
inside
picked the ones
your
that are
mind. So please use hashtag
praising
PC
them.
Gaming Show on whatever your platform of preference may be, and you just might have your comments show up live on the show.
Yeah.
Now for our next title, we have to look at
Where's the
classic
comment saying
remasters. Capcom has been
Troy is
updating
coming
the
out this
original
year,
Resident
not
Evil
next year.
games, and in the same vein, 2K is now updating Mafia. The original
Oh, yes.
Mafia
Finally,
trilogy is
what we were
getting a
waiting
full definitive edition remaster, with the original game, the 2002 Mafia, getting a full ground-up remake with 4K support.
Yes,
we got a
finally.
brand new
Come on,
trailer
shut
for
up
it.
and
so
show
let's
me the
take a look
trailer.
at Lost Heaven 2 decades later.
Hey, Tommy. Detective Norman.
Oh.
How long you been in town? 3 years.
Alright, alright. Sorry about the
Just
stream
roll
lag.
case. Right out of the gate. That's what the paper says, ain't it? And
I'm not sure about this guy's face.
Must be getting pretty cold by now. Or you got something might warm it up. Yeah, I might have something.
Oh no, Tommy looks not right. Alright, the race event is still there. Salieri, show me Salieri.
What do they call you, son? Thomas. Thomas Angelo, sir.
Actually, I'm a bit disappointed by what I've seen so far. The faces look bad. And you know what looks different? First game was
Man, DevBot, after a beautiful
forgot the
trailer
name
like
of
that,
the
I gotta know, do you
studio.
have any
That was
contacts in the
made in
Mafia?
the Czech Republic by the guy who made Kingdom Come Deliverance. This doesn't look like an update to that game. This looks like a different game altogether, made by different people, which is true.
Well, fantastic. Let's ring him up, DevBot. Joining me to talk about Mafia is the president and CCO of Hangar 13. It is Hayden Blackman. Hayden, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm actually a little
So for people
disappointed,
who
if I'm
haven't
honest,
played
based
the
on
original
what
Mafia,
we just
which
saw.
is a 2002 release, talk to us about this game.
Mafia, the Definitive Edition, is a complete ground-up remake of Mafia from 2002, which is a seminal game that really launched the Mafia franchise. And in Mafia, you take on the role of Tommy Angelo, who is a cab driver that falls in with the mob.
The world looks great. The people, the faces, the voices, they don't look right to me for some
loosely
reason.
based on Chicago.
Looks like a
And as
2015
member
game.
of the Salieri crime family, he really gets embroiled in a war with the Morello crime family, and we kind of explore that story and Tommy's evolution from cab driver to respected member of the Mafia.
I feel like in the last 10 years, we've seen HD editions, remasters that are more graphical updates, but my understanding is that this is far more than just a new coat of paint on a game from 2002. Talk to me about what a remake means.
Everything was rebuilt, so every asset,
cars
every
look good, though.
cinematic was reshot.
I mean, look at this guy's face and eyebrows.
All the
They don't
gameplay
look
was
good.
completely redone. Now we've kept all the same big beats from
Look at
the
this guy.
original game. The story is the same for the most part. All the big plot points are there. All the missions are there and represented. But again, everything was completely rebuilt from the ground up in order to kind of meet the expectations of today's gamers and take advantage of today's technology.
The location in pretty much every open world game is a central character. In 2002, we have seen a ton of gameplay changes between then and now, 2020. Can you talk a little bit about some of the ways you've updated the open world setting and maybe some of the new mechanics that players can expect?
So we do that a number of different ways. You know, one, we looked at how popular.
Yeah, it looks alright. It's not terrible, but it's a little
world
underwhelming.
interactions and some of the things that we did with.
Alright, Caleb,
crowds and non-player
thanks for dropping by.
characters and
See you next time.
Other kind of city life from Mafia 3 and put them into Mafia the Definitive Edition. But we also looked at, are there ways for us to kind of redesign the city so it's more fun to drive around? You know, do we need to widen the streets? Do we need to make sure that there's not as many 90-degree turns so that you can kind of coast around corners? And as we capture the feel of the
all
vehicles,
the character faces look off to me. Everything else is alright, I guess.
Grip, or they're slick in the rain, and so that I think brought a lot of life to it as well, because most of the way that you engage with the city is through driving.
Yeah,
I mean, speaking of rebuilding things from the ground up, I gotta ask you about the cinematics. I mean, they looked gorgeous in the trailer. Yeah. And I mean, what was the process of rebuilding all of those cinematics?
For us, it was really, how do we recreate these, again, taking advantage of some of the cutting edge stuff that we've been doing at Hangar 13. So, we have, really great
look at this.
Facial scanning and likeness capture technology, a state-of-the-art
it doesn't look
facility. So we really wanted to take advantage of that for, the Definitive
Edition.
So
first one is one of the best games.
All the cinematics. Again,
I'm a little worried.
Add some of that character development and maybe some of that clarity that we were going for without losing the essence of each moment.
Well, now it's time for my favorite question.
Yeah.
When can we play Mafia Definitive Edition, and where can people go right now to learn more?
Sure. So we are looking at an August 28th launch date, and we still, have a ways to go, and we're working on that kind of final polish push right now. But I'm really confident, really bullish in that date right now. If you want more information, you can go to mafiagame.com.
After seeing the trailer, I personally am hyped. Hayden,
it doesn't
thank
look
you
like
so
a
much for
2020
joining
game,
us.
but decent. Yeah, I would say you are right. I would say 2014, 2015 type look.
For our next
just
title,
for the faces. Everything else might be okay.
Sean, next up, it's one of those games that looks so pretty we just had to show it to you. Ever wondered what Slay the Spire might be like with Tim Burton at the helm? Well, Road Lords could be the answer. It's being jointly developed by Cyanide and Leica Studio and sees you building a team from storybook psychos like Dracula, Bloody Mary, and Baron Samedi. Makes all the more sense when you realise you're being employed by the devil himself, a job that has my name written all over it. The game is out this October, and we've got a brand new gameplay trailer.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this exclusive gameplay reveal of our new title, Rogue Lords. Development is moving forward, and we are very excited to share some in-game elements and combat mechanics.
So is this like a Darkest Dungeon type game? Because I am interested in those games.
Game where you play as the devil. You have to build your team with legends of evil and lead them in runs through multiple events and fights. After a terrible defeat years ago, you're finally coming back with your most faithful disciples to wreak havoc and terror in a world unbalanced after your long absence. Combat is turn-based and strategic. You will need to build your set of skills through your run.
It's a turn-based game, not
analyze
the
your enemy's next attack
sort of,
and create combos.
It is kind of similar.
Every skill costs action points.
Favorite announcement so far.
Each turn.
That's a good one.
Of
Nothing has really blown me away.
Your own health bar is exposed, which is persistent during the entire run. If your health is reduced to 0,
maybe the Remnant DLC looked good.
In Rogue Lords, you are the devil, so you don't have to play
to
by
finish
the
the
same
rest of the
rules
games.
as mortals.
Satan Simulator.
When the situation becomes tricky, you can use souls to play with the interface and change an enemy health bar, for example. This is an expensive trick.
Nothing
to
has
use,
grabbed my attention.
very
Yeah, I
powerful
agree.
And
Same.
useful in the most difficult fights. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more
And
info
I
coming
already
soon.
got what I
See you next
wanted,
time.
so...
If you're a big fan of roguelites, you know they're known for two things: procedurally generated worlds and permadeath.
Yeah.
Our next game, Unexplored 2, puts an interesting twist
So
on these
another
ideas.
roguelite. Darkest Dungeon,
your
if it's similar to
character's
Darkest
demise
Dungeon,
change the game world
I'm okay.
itself, altering it for all of your future playthroughs. From developer Ludomotion and publisher Big Sugar, this is Unexplored 2: The Wayfarer's Legacy.
When called upon to be the next Wayfarer, will you answer? When
So this is
cast to
another
take
Darkest
your
Dungeon
place
type game,
in
is
a
it?
long line of heroes,
Armageddon.
will you waver?
Ooh. No, it's
When
a
challenged to
top-down
forge your
isometric
legacy
again.
out of strife, hardship, and magic, will you be victorious? This is our world. It is your burden. From beyond the gate into the First Valley, there is no return. Will you be ready?
The latest update for Dauntless is the most ambitious chapter yet for this online free-to-play RPG. In Call of the Void, players unravel a mystery surrounding an ancient civilization, culminating in a showdown with a new otherworldly behemoth. And as a nice little bonus, if you go to playdauntless.com right now and use the code PCGamingShow2020, you can get some free in-game rewards. Nice. Let's take a closer look at this update that's available now in Dauntless. This is Call of the Void.
Okay, so this game has had quite a few updates since the last time I played this. Okay, more developers on drugs. Oh, these guys are high. Hashtag devs on drugs.
There's still more games to come on the PC Gaming Show. Here's what's around the corner. Take a closer look at Blightbound, the new action RPG from Devolver. A special collection of exciting independent games coming to PC. Back to you, Frankie.
There aren't many games about being in nature, which is why Among Trees caught my eye.
Oh, Among
In
Trees.
this
Somebody was waiting
first-person
for Among
survival
Trees. Who
sandbox,
was it?
You get to explore a colourful, breathing world that's full to the brim with life. Just don't go wandering around like Snow White. Wild, deadly beasts share this painted world with you, and you'll want to move carefully to avoid their bitey bits.
Produced by a 3-person team out of Sweden, this project demonstrates the creative power of independent creators on PC.
Yeah, somebody was asking about this game earlier. No, please don't be crafting base. Oh no, we're building bases again. Oh shit. We're actually building nice houses for once. Actually looks better than the others. Okay, so this is not too bad. This is alright. Okay, this is the FGRD.
Now, if you're like me, you've drunk your fair share of potions in video games over the years. But you've probably never stopped to consider the business side of these magical elixirs. In Potionomics, you're a witch who must save her potion shop from the clutches of greedy loan sharks, bartering and haggling with a slew of demanding customers. Let's take a closer look at this unique fantasy concept.
Okay, so you are like a potion maker here. Yes, you can see it's how difficult it is to come up with something original. Potionomics. Forced mobile ads.
We spend a lot of time in video games fixated on finding the best, the most powerful gear. But in our next game, Mortal Shell, things are a little
Mortal
different.
Shell is good.
You aren't scouring a dungeon looking for a +1 sword. You're exploring a shattered world for the remains of defeated warriors that you then possess like a ghost. These are the Mortal Shells, and they're much more than mere pieces of armor and stats. Each one has a complicated backstory, a playstyle, and an identity that might give you mixed feelings about the body you're occupying. Coming later this year exclusively to the Epic Games Store on PC, let's take a look at this gorgeous and brutal action game, Mortal Shell.
I foresaw this.
Yeah, this is going to be good. This is like the highlight, I think, in my opinion.
Counted the days until you'd come.
This is like Dark Souls type game.
A million eyes peering across
it looks good as well.
Space, yearning for a glimpse of the unknown. PC gaming show. You seem different.
The consecrated fires revealed cinders and shadows. But beneath it all, no monsters, no gods, only oblivion.
This actually looks much better than I thought. Look how good the graphics are. Movement looks slick and smooth as well, unlike... Alright, this actually is stunning looking. Yeah, alright, this is going on my wish list. This looks good. Maybe this is the best so far of this show. Ooh. Also on Epic, by the way.
There's more. We've gotten the chance to see some of the core gameplay of Mortal Shell, but now it's time to talk about bosses. Bosses are a classic staple of this type of RPG, and in our second piece of Mortal Shell footage, we'll see a boss that isn't just a one-and-done threat. Instead, it's a constant adversary throughout the campaign. The Hattern is a mysterious figure who stalks the player throughout Mortal Shell. As you grow in skill and master new weapons, so will he. The clip we're about to watch shows the player's very first duel with the elusive adversary. Let's take a look.
Alright, we are actually getting some gameplay as well. That's good. See, this is what we want. Show a bit of gameplay. Show the trailer. Okay, so it looks like an intense 1v1 battle. We are just like a white skeleton? What is this? We are a shell. So I think we have to beat them and then possess their shell. Finally a finished product. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm liking the movement. The movement looks smooth. Like, Dark Souls is known for the clunky combat. At least the first one. I'm not sure about the others, but this looks smooth. It is similar, but it's more smoother. It looks stable, quite stable, at least this part. Almost, you got it, Oh crap. Hellblade. It's more involved than Hellblade, I would think. Alright, you almost got it. The long fight. Bloody hell.
Typically on the PC Gaming Show, we don't spend too much time talking about the Nintendo 64. But the beauty of PC gaming is that one way or another, almost all games find their way to us, and are often better off for it. After giving Blade Runner and Turok the Remaster treatment, Night Dive Studios is now modernizing Shadow Man, a 1999 cult classic. They're adding in support for 4K and widescreen plus a whole suite of cut content from this dark action classic. Let's take a closer look.
Shadow Man, I remember playing like a demo for this game many years ago. Like on a CD I got with like a magazine. Is this a remake or is this just like a remaster? Yeah, it's the same game. It's not even like a remake or something. They just ported it to the new generation. Shadow Man, this one is called. So they just made it compatible with the new version and released some cut content. Nostalgia grabs, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mortal Shell so far has been the standout. And alright, maybe Mafia as well. I was a little disappointed. by the face of Salieri, but it might not be too bad, I guess. You'll see. Basically what I'm saying is, initially I was hyped to buy it straight away. Now I'm not so sure I'll buy it at launch.
I am on a first-name basis with our next guest, as he has been here at the PC Gaming Show 6 years running. From Tripwire Interactive, the president himself, it's John Gibson. Thanks so much for joining us, John.
Sean, it's my pleasure. I'm so excited to be back with you again to talk about so much cool stuff happening at Tripwire.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot of stuff, and I just want to kick off by asking, talking about Killing Floor 2.
So Killing Floor 2 just released the Perilous Plunder Summer Update. It's got 4 new weapons: Blunderbuss, Glock 18, Kaboom Stick, Tesla Launcher, new official map called
I've never played this game.
Space Pirate themed outfits. We're running a seasonal event with rewards until July 7th.
I'll get Mafia straight
and
away.
Right
Got
now,
my $10
it's free on Steam
yeah,
for a week,
I was,
so you can go play it.
I was
I
also
also have to ask about the follow-up to a game that was announced at the PC Gaming Show, Chivalry 2. Talk to me about Chivalry 2.
So we're working with Torn Banner Studios. We're publishing, Torn Banner's developing, and Chivalry 2 is coming along great. It's so fun, and we're excited to announce some big news: cross-play between the PC and the consoles, so you can hack and slash your console friends in Chivalry 2.
And last, a game that has been so popular on Twitch. Talk to me about Maneater.
Yeah, so we were so excited to get Maneater out the door. You know, we've shown it to you guys originally in 2018. We had all that fun with Frankie in the shark suit, which I'm kind of missing. The game is doing great. People are loving it. So much fan love, so many fan videos. We're just really happy to have it out there, and people eating lots of humans.
It's such a funny game too. You know, you've talked a little bit about what games, what has been announced from Tripwire Interactive. What's coming up next for Tripwire?
So I wish we could come forward and announce an all-new game, and that would be great, but I can give you a few hints. So Chivalry 2, you know, is in process. It's going to be coming out in the not too distant future, hopefully. Maneater, we're taking the community feedback and we're looking at things that we can add to the game. So you haven't seen the last of Maneater. And Killing Floor 2, you know, the game came out in 2015. So we're really thinking about what's next for the Killing Floor franchise. So stay tuned.
Killing Floor 3?
Well, if history is any indicator, John, I'm sure I'll see you at next year's PC Gaming Show with those very updates. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Sean.
Now, at this year's PC Gaming Show, we've already taken a look at some Epic Game Store exclusives. Mortal Shell in particular looks very promising.
I agree.
But for a sense of what else there is, let's take a look at this.
Godfall, okay, Godfall is alright as well. Okay, Super Meat Boy 2? Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Unexplored 2, Big Sugar 21, Tony Hawk's, okay. Dauntless, okay. Super Meat Boy Forever. Among Trees, okay, that is one. Twin Mirror, okay. Surgeon Simulator 2, Ooblets. Phantom Brigade, okay, what is this? Airborne Kingdom, okay. And Harvest. Valhalla. Alright, so this was basically an ad for Epic Games. And the game's coming on Epic.
Blightbound is a 3-player dungeon crawler where you and your friends explore unique dungeons,
I don't
fighting
have
a
friends.
terrifying cadre of mystical and monstrous enemies, grab valuable loot, and recover fallen heroes to expand your roster of available warriors. Blightbound will battle its way onto Steam Early Access later this year as an ever-expanding game with new maps, new heroes to add to your roster, and new loot to retrieve through free updates.
Why can't they make more single-player games? Single-player games, multiplayer games, I can play alone without having to find other people.
Behold, Blightbound, a cooperative dungeon crawler that tasks
why
3
everything is
heroes to venture down from their mountain refuge to face the abominations of the Blight. A mysterious and corrupting fog that enshrouds the
Another Darkest Dungeon type game.
Each player will choose a hero from one of 3 classes. Warrior, forged
No, it's just action.
assassin,
It's not that.
or mage. My greatest power.
It's actually real time.
A terrifying horde of monstrous enemies and colossal bosses.
Alright, so this is actually better.
Each class of hero fulfills a specific role on the team to overcome mounting odds.
It's harder to make single player games into a game as a service. Yeah, exactly. It's all about money.
To unleash massive damage.
Yeah, this actually looks alright.
Battle through 3
Shame I don't have many
distinct
plans.
lands, each with several dungeons to conquer, including the eerie Gravemine, the oppressive Underhold, and the precarious Blood Ridge. Steel your nerves and prepare once again to enter the Blight, Warrior. We are Blightbound.
Local and online, it says. The local co-op. That's even harder.
Are you at home still thinking about that computer? I know I am. Swoon. Oh, sorry. And now more from the PC Gaming Show.
One thing we cherish about PC gaming is its openness. The PC is a platform where anyone can build stuff, tinker, and express themselves, and that spirit invites creators, streamers, developers, stores, and all kinds of different voices to contribute to PC
Yeah, I'll go to
gaming's
archery
vibrancy.
classes. Get ready
We've
for
already
Chivalry
featured
2.
a lot of exciting independent games here today, but in rapid fire succession, here are 8 more indie projects that we're excited about. Shadows of Doubt is a detective stealth game set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city.
Ah, no. Pixel, too many pixels. I mean, we need more pixels. No, it's actually not bad. Could use more densely packed pixels to make it look better. But it's alright, the art style is decent. Yeah, my family doesn't play games.
In the Forgotten City, you fall into an ancient Roman utopia only to find it full of people,
And I don't have
mysteries,
friends who
and
play games
difficult
either.
moral choices.
Real friends, I mean,
Explore
real
an open world locked in
The
time.
Forgotten City, the
Each day
name's...
I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up.
Yeah, this looks good.
Somebody.
Oh, it's that mod for Skyrim, right? The ancient Roman one?
Your job is to figure out who.
Oh no, they look terrible. Faces look horrible. It's a mod for Skyrim, so I can understand. Friends are ordered.
Find your own truth in Paradise Killer, a first-person
Kaizen game works. I did not know Kaizen was a developer.
Play as investigation freak Lady Love Dies as they explore the world, uncover the facts, and breathe life back into paradise.
Yeah, show me the game.
There's been a murder. Last night, Paradise was killed. I'm investigation freak Lady Love Dies, reporting for duty. It's my job to scour the
What
streets
kind
of
of game is
Paradise
this?
and hunt for evidence. Any one of these psychopaths could have done it. Breathing life back into Paradise won't be easy. When love dies, all that remains are the facts. Paradise Killer, coming soon.
Haven is an RPG about the journey of 2 lovers escape to a lost planet to stay together.
They are taking extreme measures.
Here we go. More wrestling.
This looks like a rhyme or something like that.
A thing we don't have to scrub.
At worst, I kill them.
Whoa, you.
Oh, come on. Dodge this one! Got it. You rock! You like that?
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, no, don't know about this one. Anyway, journey, like, yeah, that's the good.
Cartel Tycoon is a narrative-driven drug empire simulator where you rule as a succession of fictional drug lords in a world where death and violence are inevitable.
So like the real world. This was like the Tropico series. Somebody from them seems to have made this. Why are so many games pink and purple these days? Yeah. Now bored. Alright, Skytracker. See you next time.
Is a survival co-op adventure game set in a dangerous, ruined world full of junk where you and friends must survive the Great Flood.
...2D version of
Chris
Raft.
Tales is an
Poor
indie
man's
blockbuster
Raft.
to classic RPGs that lets you experience
Chris
past, present, and
Tales.
future simultaneously.
Oh my god, there's so much color and stuff. I have no idea what this is. What type of game this is. Yeah, did anybody guess what type of game this is? Playable demo. Play the demo on Steam. Yeah, based on the trailer, I had no idea what was going on.
Set in a vibrant fantasy world created in collaboration with RPG veteran Chris Avallone, Alaloth offers fast-paced action with a deep narrative, bringing ARPG dynamics to a new level with a skill-based gameplay inspired by great classics and modern masterpieces.
Oh, another ARPG. Yeah, unfortunately, I told you this view is difficult for me these days. Although it does look alright. But it looks an older style graphics. Like, it doesn't look like a 2020 game again. More like a 2010 game. Goddamn anime games.
Weird West is a curious project from the co-creators of two of our favorite games, Dishonored and Prey. Despite its top-down perspective, Weird West carries forth much of the same spirit of those first-person games laid out in a dark reimagining of the Wild West, filled with fantastical creatures. From Wolfeye Studios and Devolver, let's take a look at Weird West.
Okay.
The West. The land of opportunity. A place where you can be a hero, a scoundrel, and anything in between. This ain't quite the Wild West as you know it. There are ancient powers at war with each other. Strange entities lurking in the dead of night with their own rules and their own peculiar motives. Welcome to the Weird West.
From the co-creators of Dishonored and Prey, okay. Okay, it's another top-down view. I think I'll have to try and get used to this view again. I used to play this view quite a lot, but with the open world games, third person, first person games, I started to avoid these. I haven't played one in ages. But I'm seeing a resurgence.
Joining me to talk about Weird West is the president and creative director at Wolfeye Studios. It's Raf Colantonio. How's it going, Raf?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome and eager to talk about this game. And I want to start with something very straightforward. What is Weird West?
Weird
SD ready
West
after most TV
is
shows filled with
action
writers. Big
RPG
LP just one writer.
that is set in an environment that is called the Weird West, and it's
I didn't like the
very
view, but I
much
played
of
Fallout
the
1
kind
and
of
2 and
games
now I'm
that
fine with it. I used to
I've
like
been
it,
working on in the
but I
past,
haven't
except
touched one
that
in
the
ages.
perspective is more like a isometric, top-down kind of view.
Also interesting,
Yeah, I mean,
everybody
we've
has the
referenced
same
Prey and Dishonored, and
AirPods
we
as
normally
well.
think of the immersive sim as first-person games like
PC
that.
gamers, but they all
What
use
happens when you
Mac,
try to
apparently.
translate that to that top-down isometric perspective?
There's not much different in the spirit. You will really find yourself at home. It's just that it's a different perspective. So instead of seeing through the eyes of the player, of the character, you have a chance to run a party of people. So you have followers, and you have more kind of like a strategy kind of view.
Okay, so it does zoom
but the
in close up as
exploration
well.
and everything is, is still the same kind of spirit, but with a different perspective.
And in particular for people that maybe haven't played immersive sims, I know that the whole notion of creative problem solving is a big aspect. Multiple ways to get past the same obstacle. Can you give some examples of that in Weird West?
We like games where we set up an environment for you, a context. There's a world, there are characters, there are objects.
See, someone like me, I'm always open to try different types of games because you never know what you might end up liking. For example, Darkest Dungeon, I liked it quite a lot. I'm playing Fury Unleashed, I really love that game. So, Return of the Obra game, again, something looks weird, but I fell in love with that game. So I try all these games, but they all have some originality or something there that hooks you.
In a very stealthy
With
way,
these games, like the survival crafting stuff, base building, it gets very samey. Even the trailer starts to get boring.
Get inside.
You've talked about the different things that you can do as a player in the game, but who are you? What can the player do to shape who the character is over the course of the game?
They could
Right.
call
So
they
this is a
could call
very
indie game shows
good
the
question,
yeah,
and also
yeah.
a very dangerous one for me.
It's the riskiest question yet, man.
To make it simple, you are going to play 5 different characters. Once the main quest is over with the first character, you go to the next one. Now, the first one is still in the world, so you can go back and recruit him or her in your party.
What does death mean for you and for your companions in Weird West?
It's a risk that we're taking. With
Anime
different
survival
modes.
crafting game.
There's the super hard mode where
Yeah, somebody needs to
you
get on
die
that.
and you're dead.
Is the game sort of designed to be like playing in one forward timeline, and if someone dies, you're not supposed to reload, you're just supposed to continue to play within the same world?
Yeah, you continue to play with the same world, but now the sad thing is that that doesn't apply to your followers, the characters that are with you, but maybe they'll come back at you someday under the form of an undead, or you don't know what's gonna happen. You can revive your followers if you're there and if you have the right tools with you, but if you don't and they die, that's it. Your followers are now.
When will
in the
this
graveyard
end?
somewhere.
I'm sure it's not
You make
long
it sound
left. Maybe
cute.
another
A
20
precious
minutes.
little graveyard. Well, they will maybe come back as the undead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Raph, when can people get their hands on Weird West?
So the game ships in 2021. But some of
I
you
think the reason for this is that
are
game
gonna
development
have a
is
chance to
now
play
very much
a
being done by
demo
students
actually pretty
out
soon,
of
in the
literally
coming
game dev
months.
schools
You
instead
can
of the individual
follow,
or group.
Wolfeye Studios on
Yeah,
Twitter,
that's true.
and as
That's
well
true.
as Devolver Digital on Twitter as well, for more information about that.
And they also have
Well, wonderful,
Kickstarter
Raph.
and all
Thank
those
you
things.
so much for coming out. Once again, that is Devolver Digital, Wolfeye
People
Studios
who were
on
inspired
Twitter
by games
for
20
that
years ago, they've
upcoming
grown
demo.
up, they're making games
For
now.
our next
so
game,
they're sort of going
believe it
for
or not,
stuff that
yet
they
again,
like.
we're going to go to Frankie.
Sean, I don't know about you, but there are times I wish for a simpler life. A life spent as a farmer in a
Stardew
humble
Valley?
JRPG village, where all I have to worry about is which vegetables to plant,
Animal
what to name my
Crossing
chickens,
on
and
PC?
which of the dozen townsfolk I should propose marriage to.
Stardew
Our
Valley.
next game is a return to that simpler life. From XC Games, this is Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town.
Yeah, it's just Stardew Valley game. Maybe mixed with Animal Crossing as well. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. Yep, Stardew Valley. Yeah, they have Watson in here as well. marvelous.
I'm so happy that you've been sending in your reactions, your memes, your takes of various temperatures throughout the show. Through the wonderful magic emotion
I was
graphics,
alright,
you
I
can
guess.
read
Stardew
them before
Valley
your
type
very
game.
eyes right now. I'm delighted by so many of them. Furious at a few, but I'm confused by none because you're just making a lot of sense today. We're in the home stretch of the show, so please continue to let us know which PC games you're excited about by using
Mortal Shell so
PC
far.
Gaming
Apart
Show.
from that, I'm not
Now,
sure.
when it comes to genres, there are few as ambitious on PC as the MMO. It requires a vast amount of resources to create a rich, living, breathing world to entertain
Okay,
hundreds
this is
of
the
thousands of
Amazon
players
game
for
that we were
years,
talking
and I
about.
know this
The
'cause I
New
watched season
Town
one
or
of Mythic
something, or
Quest.
New World.
Due on closed beta on July 23rd, Amazon Games' New World aims to deliver
Yeah, New
that
World.
vast open world with pitched battles of 100 players. I'm excited to announce today that if you pre-order New World right now, you can get into that July 23rd beta a full month before the full release on August 25th. This is New World.
So far, nothing grabbed my interest. Yeah, I agree. Yes, for me, Mortal Shell, but I already knew about it, so it wasn't like a new thing for me here. Yeah, this game has also been in trouble with like the development, so I'm not sure how this is going. I guess it's time to go through your backlog, boys. Because nothing new seems that exciting. We have plenty of games to go through. I've been trying to do that, like trying to make a structured list and going through the games. That's a big horn. Jeff Bezos wants even more money. Yeah, apparently they want to get in on the action as well. It's an MMO. Mamorpaga, as Yahtzee says. Atlas still has something. No, Persona 4 on PC. I think
Here on
they're
the
done.
PC Gaming
They're
Show,
done.
we're big fans of Life is Strange, the award-winning adventure series from developer Don't Nod. Having undergone some big changes,
Dead Cells
since
is-
its
yeah,
first
yeah, it
reveal
came
in
out recently.
2018, Twin Mirror, the studio's next game, is a psychological thriller that follows investigative journalist Sam, who returns to his hometown in West Virginia. Available to wishlist now on the Epic Game Store. Let's watch.
West Virginia. Interesting. Alright, at least something that looks a bit better graphically.
Basketball is many things. Peaceful tops that list. Until that day.
Country roads, yeah, exactly.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam.
But I suppose.
I can't make you do anything.
No, I don't think the
Coming
contract would
back
be
to
copyrighted.
Basswood was your idea. Just try and make sure you don't do anything.
It's like Life is Strange, I think.
I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. You might be right. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Twin Mirror, okay, that's the one.
You may have seen Metal Hellsinger announced earlier this week, and today we get the opportunity to take a closer look at this unique game that the studio bills as a rhythm FPS. Published by Funcom,
Hello,
you have to battle
113.
through 8
Hello.
hells, blasting demons to a heavy metal soundtrack. And to talk about one of the most epic encounters in the game is the creative director at The Outsiders, David Goldfarb. Take it away, David.
Thanks. And let me say it's a pleasure to be here.
Actually, this one
And,
I've seen
I
a
think
bit
right
of
now
the
everybody needs
trailer.
Some games to give
This
a
actually looks
break
good.
from the reality that we're currently inhabiting. So
I think
that's
people
why
who
we're
like
here
Doom
now.
should like this.
So what you're about to see here is an exclusive peek of some pre-alpha gameplay of
Gold
our
Farb
upcoming game,
Bull.
Metal Hellsinger. I hope you like it.
Yeah, I think the Doom fans They should get on this.
Those who challenge the law shall suffer.
It's got double jumping as well. Okay. Now I'm interested. I'm not a fan of these numbers popping up. Finish it already. Okay, it's got like heavy metal music, fast movement, double jumping. Yeah, it's a Doom clone, but it looks good. There is the Rainbow Six free weekend. Yeah, I already mentioned it. You know what should get a remake? Clive Barker's Undying. I mean that game. Oh yeah, somebody actually in my stream was in my Discord was talking about it yesterday. Somebody was saying they were missing this game. Yeah, it feels like a budget Doom, but it's not a bad thing. I feel. At least it looks alright to me. Okay, The Outsiders. Okay, let's see this one.
Hello everybody, Felicia Day here, and I play the Magician in the Dungeons of Nahelbeck, The Amulet of Chaos. The Amulet of Chaos is a fun and silly tactical RPG that's coming to PC
somebody else
later
hijacking the
this
show.
summer. It features a group of adventurers searching a dungeon for treasure. Each one of the characters has their own skill sets, or lack thereof, fighting styles, and inventory. Each one is kind of a failure, but together, they're too dumb to fail. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. It has
Let's
lots
go
of
back
in-jokes
to the
for tabletop games,
Outsiders game,
and for some
please.
reason it features a lot of chickens. Anyway, here is an exclusive preview of the
I
Amulet
thought they
of
just
Chaos.
said Outsiders, and now they're showing us Dungeons of something. In the Hulu Blue Black something.
You again? I'd expected your asses to be turned into lampshades by now. You root!
Another top-down game.
What a burn! We'll smash your rotten brains out of your skull.
All right, Steven.
Try diplomacy, maybe?
See you next time. Thanks for joining us.
Guards! Dispatch these smelly bushwhackers! Zivat relic, Hizbat!
Like last year, we got Keanu Reeves popping up during Cyberpunk. This time you're getting psychological horror games, space games, top-down games. Dungeons of Nehulubuk, Amulet of Chaos. Yeah, who will remember this name, man? Look at the name.
Who says you need water to go sailing? Our next game, Red Sails, puts you
Yeah,
on a boat
survival
in the
based
middle
building.
of a sea of desert. In this intriguing narrative adventure, you rescue stranded people while looking for the rest of your clan. Let's take a look at Red Sails.
In the sand. Man, these things are scaring me away from indie games. I'm a big fan of indies, but I'm starting to get a little worried here. Please tell me we can actually drive the ship, the boat in the sand, and it's not like just going on its own. Okay, I have no idea what this is about.
So, DevBot, do you have any access to some medical programs in case I...
Okay, Surgeon Simulator coming up.
Cold, unforgiving walls?
Query received, Sean. In order to familiarize you with basic life-saving procedures, I have established contact.
It's just students out of the same Montreal and Californian schools. Alright, so we need to get those schools closed.
I
We need
wasn't
more
really planning on doing
innovation.
any surgery. I feel like if I was injured, you'd be the one doing the surgery.
My analysis shows that Surgeon Simulator 2 contains all of the vital instructions
Surgeon Simulator,
for fragile human bodies.
they're just dragging this
1
bit.
hour of Surgeon Simulator 2 is equivalent to 1 year of human medical school.
That's not true, but I appreciate your enthusiasm and thirst for knowledge, DevBot. And I'm certainly interested in this game. So let's take a look
I
at Surgeon
expected too
Simulator
much.
2.
I had low expectations, and even those were too high apparently. Oh, are you operating in the kitchen? What do you think about Undertale? I haven't played Undertale. What the hell is this? It's not even funny anymore. Yeah, the first game was like a silly little thing. Now they're just milking it. It's just a bit stupid now. Yeah, they covered the Torchlight earlier, like pretty much at the start. It's available on Steam, I think, in early access. Torchlight 3. Yeah, this.
Joining us to talk
Not
about
really.
Surgeon Simulator 2, we got
anything.
Mark Pick on the line. Mark, thanks so much for joining us.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So, for anyone who has not experienced the hilarity of Surgeon Simulator 1, can you just give us the gist and tell us, what is Surgeon Simulator 2 all about?
We've kind of taken the tone and the heart of the original, which is that chaotic physics gameplay, and we've really kind of blown it out to brand new epic proportions. So in the original game, you're just one arm kind of moving around on one table. In the new game, you're actually a fully limbed surgeon moving around for the first time in the series on 2 feet. In the original game as well, yeah, right. What
I don't know. This doesn't look like.
In the original game,
It's like
well,
forced comedy.
you were
It's like
limited
nobody's
to your
laughing. I
surgery,
don't find
whereas
it
in
funny,
Surgeon
this
Simulator
game.
2, there's a whole plethora of brand new mechanics.
These are
challenges,
only
and
made
gameplay
for like
elements to
silly
explore.
stunts on
You're not
Twitch
just looking over one patient's
and
chest
funny
cavity
clips.
anymore,
There
but you're
is
actually
no
exploring
real
a
game
fully
here.
fledged medical facility.
Can you maybe tease a little bit of some of the other perhaps
Yeah, these are made for
operations
like
that I
quick,
get to perform
easy
in Surgeon
clips on
Simulator
Twitch,
2?
etc. These
Yeah,
are
so
not
there is
proper
12
games,
operations
in
in
my
the game,
opinion.
and you will have seen a few of those in the trailer just now. Think of that facility as like a little bit like the original Surgeon Simulator with
basically
bits
Markiplier
of kind of a
screaming.
mad
Yeah,
scientist
stuff.
lab thrown in there through this kind of lens of like a Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory vibe. Like you're never really sure what's going to be around the next corner and what new twist or what dark machinery you're going to come across next. So players are going to come across everything from like surgical vending machines, over-engineered operating theatres, automatic patient dispensers. My personal favourite, which is actually an improvised cannon, where you can actually fire limbs or organs and things across to your fellow surgeons on the other side of the room to keep operating on Bob.
Now, Mark, I understand that there is
Stocks would be falling.
Surgeon Simulator 2. What is that entail?
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm
So,
regretting
keeping
this
with the
already.
variety
Like, why
and
did I
surprise
bother
that we
streaming
talked about
this?
before? In Surgeon Simulator 2,
Big
we're proud to announce that we are bringing
Could have
the
done
Boss Labs
literally
creation
anything
mode
else.
to the game. Now, in creation mode, you as a solo
I have so
player
many
or
games
a
that I
group of
wanted
up
to
four
try and
players
play and
can
something.
get
And
stuck
for
into
once,
the
I don't have any
very
power
same tools
cuts
that
as
we
well. I could have
designers
actually
and
played
developers
something.
use to build our very own story mode. It's an easy to use, intuitive, friendly set of tools where it's as much fun to create as it is to play.
So I want to ask, what are some of the examples of the types of levels, the types of creations that people have made?
That's a great question. So we've been live for the last few months already. The wealth and the variety of content made by players so far
Also
has been
notice the
really
AirPods again.
incredible to see. So there's been everything in there. From
Everybody's
traditional
sponsored
takes
by
on
Apple
surgery, like
AirPods.
the end of the original game. We've also got ghost ships in there. We've got bowling alleys. We've even got a take on the Surgeon Olympics, where people are bouncing around Bob's head and using that as a ball. And then we've got my personal favourite, which is the kind of
This
the take
looks
on the bottle
gruesome.
flip.
This
So I
looks
don't know if you're
horrible.
familiar with that,
Oh, yeah.
where you can
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of flip a bottle with the hands and
Just
kind of
chopping somebody's
it's not an easy
head,
thing to
messing
do in
around
Surgeon
with their
Simulator,
body
and
parts.
You just kind of step back and see the physics chaos play out, and it's
This
a
is
lot
horrific.
of fun. It's very satisfying to see play out.
Just to make
Mark, I
it
had a blast
cartoony.
playing Surgeon Simulator 1. When can people play Surgeon Simulator 2, and how do they get access to this creation workshop you've mentioned?
Surgeon Simulator 2 is coming to the Epic Game Store in August 2020, and you can pre-order that right now. You can also go to surgeonsimulator.com for more information and follow us at Surgeon Sim on Twitter to learn more.
Mark, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
That's Mark Pick. I'm Sean Plott. Let's go to Frankie Ward.
Sean, you'll remember our next developer from their appearance in the
How
PC
much time
gaming
have we
show
got?
way back.
Can we
in
expect something
2015.
good before we end?
Hello Games are a small UK indie studio.
Okay, No Man's
perhaps
Sky
better
update.
known for building the infinite, procedurally generated universe of No Man's Sky. But their next big release is an altogether more intimate, handcrafted affair.
Okay.
The Last Campfire is an adventure game, a story of a lost ember trapped in a puzzling place, searching for meaning and a way home. Let's check it out.
Yeah, Hello Games is very small. Alright, I'm guessing they are done with No Man's Sky then. Or maybe this is like a side project to take the stress off. This is the journey of the Hello Games creator and his redemption after the sad launch of No Man's Sky. That's what it feels like. Hello copyright claim. Yep. I've already got multiple copyright claims.
Escape from Tarkov has become one of the breakout successes
Tarkov.
of 2020, becoming a smash hit on Twitch as players fell in love.
No Man's Sky worth playing now. I bought it recently, so I'll try and have
anyone
a
who
look.
works on the internet will tell you, the people always want more. And more we've got for you today. Because in a moment, I'm going to be speaking to one of the game's developers about what's coming next. And that includes a spicy new map. Hey, DevBot, why don't you show them what we got?
It looks good. I don't remember this looking this good. Have they done any upgrades? 'Cause I've only seen a few streams here and there. No, it looks the same. Somebody sitting in the corner. Camper. He's behind you. If you die in Tarkov, you die in real life. Yeah. You're not far from games like that, I suppose. Somebody's left the light on. Shoot someone already. Yeah, this is just making me not want to play this. Wow. You showed the whole trailer without a single bullet being fired.
What's coming next
Wow.
is Nikita Buyanov from Battlestate Games. Thanks so much for joining us today, Nikita.
Walking with a gun
I
simulator.
would
Yeah,
love
exactly.
to kick off by just for anyone who hasn't played or seen Escape for Tarkov, how does a session of Escape from Tarkov work? What makes it different from, say, a class-based shooter or a battle royale?
It's more about like true survival. You need to actually escape from a location through extract points, and you need to actually save your life and save your gear and your loot. And if you die, you will lose everything.
So how does the new map compare to the existing map set in Tarkov?
It will be the biggest and the most detailed location ever.
Yeah, Demon's Souls Remastered, Mortal Shell.
Buildings,
That's the only game here that looked
undergrounds.
interesting.
It's like an attempt to
Maybe
simulate
like
the
once I
sea,
wake up tomorrow and watch some of the trailers again, maybe once we have more details, a few of the others might
12.7 is more like
look
a technical
interesting.
patch. It will include the big addition called the expansion of Customs location. Customs is the pretty iconic location for the EFT. It will like enlarge the overall area by 30 or even 40%.
Yeah, a few new
The
games,
next
but
updates
nothing
will
major.
totally like overhaul.
In fact, I can't even remember. There were like 2 exclusives. There was a DLC for Remnant.
Called Senator. This boss
that
will
looked
be able
good.
to heal his partners and like search for stashes.
So let's
We
see.
always try
Mortal
to
Shell was
bring
good.
something new in
DLC
terms
for
of new
Remnant
bosses.
was good.
Really big amount of cool features
Mafia was
to
okay.
come
I wasn't
this
too
year.
pleased.
We'll try to bring some new experience for you.
Escape from Tarkov.
And
has been
I'm
playable
struggling
for
to
a
come up
long
with
time.
anything else.
For anyone who's listening who hasn't yet played it, where should they go?
They should go to our site www.escapefromtarkov.com and see for yourself. You could purchase it over
Yeah, I
there.
can't even
So once
recall
again,
what else we saw.
escapefromtarkov.com to check it out. And Nikita,
Torchlight
thanks so much
3.
for joining us.
Thank you, thank you. It's
We
a
got
pleasure.
Persona 4
For
instead
our
of 5.
next titled PC gaming show, it's time to head on over to the inimitable Frankie Ward.
Over the last decade, developer Red Barrels has given us some of the most messed up horror games ever created. The next game in the Outlast series offers more
new Outlast.
mind-numbing terror, but this time with friends. Outlast Trials is set during the Cold War, and in this happy period of distrust, fear, and violence, you and your friends are human guinea pigs involuntarily recruited to test advanced methods of brainwashing and mind control. Good times. But work together, and maybe you'll survive the Outlast Trials.
So is it Escape from Tarkov? What is this? Exactly the same thing? Actually, Godfall might be alright. Surgeon Simulator 3.
Device fully operational.
This is also technically a game for streamers and let's players to scream their heads off. Oh shit. Only game I want is Hollow Knight Silks.
And
when
with
is it coming
that,
out?
the 2020 PC Gaming Show is now complete. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you got the chance to see some games that excited and delighted you. Also, as you might imagine, it is really challenging to put on a show with no nearby gaming conventions. So an enormous thanks to our sponsors for helping to make this show possible. This year, the sponsors are Mythical, Perfect World, Funcom, Frontier Developments, Exceed Games, Atlas, Intel, All In Games, Humble Games, Sega, Amazon Games, Merge Games, Tripwire Interactive, and the Epic Games Store. Without your support, we would not have had the opportunity to put on a show for the greatest platform, PC gaming. Now, before I say goodbye, I want to give a warm thanks and a chance for my co-host to say goodbye. Thanks again, DevBot.
I am glad to have been of service, Sean. I'm going to shut down into sleep mode to conserve power.
They should call it the Indie Game Show.
Frankie, what is your good
Would have made more sense.
thank you so much to all of our devs for your incredible games, and of course a massive thanks to our sponsors for making this all happen. And finally, a big thanks to you guys at home for watching. I'm actually off with my little evil sidekick now to take over the world, and I really do look forward to being your evil
Yeah,
Emperor
it's almost 2
Overlord.
a.m. here.
Until next year, thank you so much, and goodbye.
Bye.
All right, that's it. Coming up next is the Future Games Show over at twitch.tv/GamesRadar, where you'll see more exclusive reveals, deep dives on the future of gaming, and developer interviews. With that, I'm Sean Day9Plot, and this has been the PC Gaming Show. Stay healthy, stay safe, and take care.
Bye. All right, so just let's do a quick recap. Anything useful we saw, and we'll wrap it up as well. So yeah, I'll say Mortal Shell. What else? Perhaps, yeah, like I said, Mortal Shell, Remnants DLC. Yeah, I'm struggling to come up with much else that really stood out. Like, I'm even considering the Godfall game. That looks alright now without the rap music. Even Mafia wasn't as exciting as I thought. The faces looked off. So yeah, another second stream in a row, which was a pretty meh stream, I would say. Turtle Tycoon is the only one that enticed me. Okay? It didn't appeal to me. It looked a bit like the Tropical games, like a budget version. Game for Mafia, Living with Mafia. Yeah, that's pretty much. What did I just watch? Yeah. Wasted 2 hours of our lives, I guess. I've forgotten most. Yeah, I can only recall 3 or 4. Any news on Hellblade 2? Nope, nothing here. I think all the good stuff is probably bought by Xbox and the others. They want it for their show. And this show is just left with some indies here. Yeah, disappointing. Just not Pirate's Cove. Yeah, I think I played the first one and the third one when it came out, but I haven't played much recently. Making jokes in chat. I'm sure I'll pick up the Elite Dangerous expansion, but that's because I already. Oh yeah, that would make sense. Next one is the EA show. When is the EA show? On the 25th of June. 25th of June is probably when the Steam Summer Sale will launch, so I'll probably be covering that. So, and last year's EA show was boring as hell. Do you remember that guy who popped up like a couple of times? He was the one hosting the EA show last year, so I'm not going to check that. If he's hosting, then I'm out. Can't handle that guy. He was boring as hell. So far, everybody's been boring. Sony, at least, they should just do away with this hosting business already. Like yesterday's Sony event, they did not have a host. They were just going through the stuff quickly, and that was a bit better. When is the Ubisoft show? Also, with smaller devs, it just feels like they won't have as much to cover, like EA, or not smaller, I mean individual publishers. Like they'll only show stuff that's made by them. These Xbox and these other people, they tend to have stuff from everyone, which is why it becomes a bit more interesting. And I was expecting something similar today, but this was just boring. Anyway. Alright guys, thank you for joining me, making this more tolerable for me, because I would have struggled if I was watching alone. So thank you for helping me get through this. And yeah, hopefully if there isn't anything else, I'll be back for the Steam Summer Sale on the 25th, if it is indeed on the 25th. And any other show, I don't think there is anything else that I might stream, but yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone. Ebrix, Vortex, PH Roast 1338, Melling, Defcon, everyone else who came earlier, thank you for joining. Good night, take care. See you next time. Bye.